Dad's home. Give me about 30 to 45 more seconds, chat, and I'll be back. I'm shitting. Poopy. There we are. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. I hope you're having a phenomenal, barely morning left. Oh, I forgot my coffee. God damn it. I knew I forgot something. Every time. Classic Brickwardo, Discardo, Pardo. Chat, I gotta be honest, you unfortunately are going to be rescinded a certain privilege that you normally experience in this chat room. The one that's the most important is that this is going to be a gripper-free stream today. There will not be a value of grippers currently available. I know. This is clearly a capital NOOO moment. The reason why this is the case is because, unfortunately, while I was coming home from my trip, it was dark out and there were lights on. I accidentally left a light inside my house. So as I opened the door to re-enter my home with my luggage, I noticed one very small bug go into my house, and I could not get it in time. So as I was sitting down in my office, grippers out, barefoot, feet grasping upon the carpet of my office, I noticed an itch, and I looked down, and I scratched it, and then I got another itch, and it turns out mosquitoes, just one of them, is enough to consume the entire part of my foot alive, and about 7 mosquito bites over the course of like an hour arrived on my feet. And they are covered in bites. It was so horrid. This has happened before, chat. For some, I didn't realize that mosquitoes were. Well, I should probably turn on my camera. There we go. Hi, how's it going? I didn't realize that one mosquito. Someone in chat mentioned this phrase a bit ago, and it was something along the lines of, a mosquito is like my dad. He's drinking Bud Light at the same time as pissing it out. So I guess they just drink blood and use it instantaneously, or some pseudoscience that's similar to that. So basically, that one mosquito ate my entire feet up, and now I'm wearing socks so that you can. This entire 8-minute start was me telling you why I'm currently wearing socks inside, which I would normally not do. That was it. That was really the entire 8-minute monologue, I'm not gonna lie. I'm wearing socks. Yeah. Dude is streaming instead of playing Space Marine 2. Kill him. Listen, I would never have played any Space Marine 2, okay? That'd be crazy. There's no way I would ever get a review copy of that game, okay? And be really upset that I happened to be at the exact same moment as PAX and therefore had to leave almost immediately after it, despite at the current moment having Definitely not 17 hours in the game. That would be insane. Why did Shy gift bits? I'm sorry you had to go back to California. Here's some cash. Run like the wind, but avoid human feces and use needles on the road. Jump on the bus and get to a decent place like Birmingham, Alabama. I didn't realize the British took over Alabama. They're going to start naming everything fucking Birmingham. God damn it. God damn you, Shy, you lunatic. Thank you for the bits. I don't know why you did that or gave that, but I'll take it. Probably because now you're currently top bidder. That actually kind of segues us into a pretty interesting conversation, and something that I find is pretty important right now, at least just for this whole thing. Chat, I've made a quick adjustment to the stream. Some of you may not have noticed this, but I think it's an important one to note. For a long time, especially as a younger channeler person, we had donations on the stream. And donations are great. They were a lovely thing to have, and it was a wonderful way to support me directly in the best possible direction you could. I have made the decision that we are turning off donos. I think that for the most part, in Amazon and Mr. Bezos's, praise be upon his name, great intelligence or whatever, they have created a situation in which the direct support functions on Twitch are more enjoyable than the ones that are located off of Twitch. And so at the moment, I mean, for the most part, a lot of the times I got a couple donations here and there, but 95% of the time, I feel like most of any kind of support you guys gave me were through the form of bits and subs. And to me, I feel like bits and subs are a bit better because one, if you're subscribed to the channel, you don't get any ads. And so providing gifted subs to the channel naturally helps out other viewers because then they don't have to watch ads, which is great. And then also bits are fun because you get a badge. And they're also much easier to see. They're right there in the chat. They help with the hype train. They're easier to use when it comes to like subathons and shit because it's a much more easily tracked metric that you can see on the stream and is counted as far as the viewer base. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm gonna do. Before you mourn dollar funny sound effects, you can add those to your bits. I have the bit effect that the classic one currently, that can be changed. So you can have funny, goofy, haha bit sound effects. So it's just going to move. Now at the current moment, it has not been added, it has not been established. But yes, pitchforks down, please. Okay, all right. If you're gonna penetrate me, do it later and not in this public daylight. All right. But yes, that is a thing that we can add back as we go into more kinds of bit donation type things. And it's a very good way to, yes, exactly, rework some of the older ones too. Now, for the YouTube side of the world, you still have super chats and the like, don't get me wrong. However, that is also built into the fabric of YouTube as opposed to something off-site. And I think it's, you know, much like easier, I'd say. And besides, it also takes into account like your currency, among other things like that. Among Us, you know, Among Us. And so on. So that's a thing I'd like to roll about. It works out for both sides. Speaking of ATO Anders, thanks for the gifted subs. There's a couple gifted subs that arrived while I was chilling and just chatting. Thank you very much for all the resubs, chat, and thank you so much for coming back, even though I'm a shitter. Hey Bricky, you probably get asked this a lot already, but I'm stupid and I've never seen it, so I'll just have to ask again. Do you intend to ever do a main channel video on Disco Elysium? Intend is the hard word because my initial thought is yes, but no. Disco Elysium is one of my, probably in like my top 10 favorite games. It moved its way up there really, really well. However, it's actually a game I find very enjoyable to play with other people. It's really fun because it's a very like, there's a word, I still haven't coined a term for this yet. And I'd like to coin a term for this at some point. It's like spouse game. Now I'm not trying to, you know, Sorry to be sorry chat. I've decided to be homophobic now, and I've turned into a full-on a heteronormative individual. But if you are, for example, a man and you have a girlfriend, and your girlfriend does not like video games, but you like video games, and you are playing a video game on the couch, and you want your partner to enjoy said video game, Disco is a very good game for that. It's a very good game for that. There's a couple of those games like that. Uncharted is a really good one. The Last of Us is a really good one. But I think it's definitely a passenger game. That's pretty good, actually. A passenger game. I like that. I think of like girlfriend reviews a little bit, because wasn't that how they started? Which is like the girl kind of watched the guy do like the game or play the game and then that kind of thing. Isn't that kind of, that's a great term. That's a great term. Hey, Baron Samedi 23, this is the only time you'll get credit for that phrase. I am stealing it now, and I will pretend like I made it up. A passenger game. Game for spouse/partner that doesn't play games equals passenger game. I think spectator game is pretty good, but there's also that. It all depends. Regardless, thank you for all the bits again. There's a lot of new Prime subs too. Robot Wizard, DLB Tibbet, Minimal Matt, thanks for the subs and the resubs and the primes. And I don't know why Shy's giving bits, maybe for the hype train. Should I stop that? Spend your money on things that matter, like Burger King. Here's some bits then. Bricky just started my own successful chapter for Archangels are based on the Dreadwing 30k. Hell yeah, Dreadwing stuff is dope. Also Cabal. Thing is, bits are more expensive. Did you hear that? I did not hear about the shit show about the Risk of Rain DLC. Though I hear it's a difficult thing. Bits are more expensive. I agree. I 100% true. But they are often bit discounts. Also, I do take, or PayPal takes a percentage of donations also. So it's not like it's 100% perfect there. And last but not least, and this one I think matters the most, is that the more bits you buy as like a block, the smaller the cost is. So if you're someone who like buys 10,000 bits, $100, it's way cheaper than buying like 100 or whatever, and you can spread that out across, you know, all kinds of other people's chats and that kind of thing. Anyway, rolling that back. Disco Elysium. It's a lovely passenger game for all those reasons, and I really, really like it. The thing is that if you make a video on Disco, it is just based on the nature of Disco, has to be involving a lot of the politics and racism, which is a huge part of Disco Elysium, is politics and racism. Not the fact that the two of those are like somehow completely different, like binary, like they're very obviously intertwined. But it covers a lot of very difficult topics, including lots of different kinds of political spectrums. And also, you know, if you don't talk about them, you're kind of doing Disco Elysium a disservice. So on one hand, I'd like to make a video on Disco Elysium, mainly focusing around the writing and the characterization of everybody, like how Kim Kitsurage is like the best fucking side character I think I've ever seen. But at the same time, you do need to talk about like unions and like Everett Clare and communism and Joyce Messier and like capitalism and the interesting part that they like go with that kind of stuff, you know, because they not only talk about it, but they also like cast an interesting light, which is, you know, like in like a disco world, capitalism is arguably the #1 evil, but Joyce is like kind of a cool person and like nice to you and has interesting opinions. She's not awful, but at the same time, they're still casting a lens. It's a very complex game. It's very hard to talk about. You know, they have their own N-word in the game, and like you want to talk about that a little bit, but you kind of shouldn't. It's wild, man. There's a whole lot of crap going on, so you really gotta like work that shit out. If I was someone with a bit more balls and maybe a bit more like you know, wasn't such a fucking fence sitter, maybe I would be able to, you know, talk about it better, but at the moment, it's quite tough. I can mainly focus on the writing, of course, which is very, very good. But it's tough, man. It's tough. Is there any news about the Adric website? Is it down for good? Is the Adric website down? Shy, are you okay? Is the IREC website down? Yeah, Measurehead is something else. Okay, Measurehead is really something else, but can we agree that Measurehead is like really funny? Isn't it really funny though? Like I find him really funny. Like just like how he talks. It's really funny. Like I don't know. It's how much of a stereotype he is, you know? Which is great. But he's like a different kind of stereotype. You have like the racist lorry driver, which is a much more like obvious stereotype. Those damn immigrants are taking our jobs and that kind of shit. But then you've got like Measurehead, which is a whole other stereotype. He reminds me of Leonardo DiCaprio in Django Unchained, where he's going through the skull and he's like, this is why these people, the African Americans, are not as good as us because of these dimples and shit. Like he's very much like that kind of character. It's quite funny. But it's hard to like look at his character, this like 7 foot tall muscular tattooed dude, and have him talk in this like, and Al Ghul is betrays your degeneracy. Like a fucking, yeah, he's like a eugenist. It's really funny. And then you meet the ceiling crab man. Yeah, the like, I'm sorry for if this is an offensive word, but like I have no other option. Like the cholo ceiling crab, like Los Angeles type. And he's just like a dude who climbs on the ceiling. It's really funny. There's just, the game goes in every direction, man. Ugh. Goes in every direction. Anyway, that's why Disco Elysium is a bit of a hard game to talk about. I'd like to one day. Maybe we'll have a bit more confidence in my writing. Anyway, thanks for some of the resub. Pix631 and Gallet, appreciate it. Hey Bricky, glad you're back from PAX. I had asked you for your opinion on starting to collect custodies, and I picked up my first mini, my shield captain. Help me get over my worry about painting. Hey, congratulations. It is a incredibly fun mini and very enjoyable to do. So like, hell yeah. Enjoy it. Darkstar Nova, thanks for the 5 gifted subs. Melanator, Brick on a Tuesday, what he gonna do? You know, I actually have no idea right now. I apologize for being late, chat. So Monday would normally be the day I work hard on tons of merch and go to the office and do all that fun and admin work, but yesterday I got back home from Seattle late Sunday. It was just a quick flight change, and then yesterday was Labor Day, which is when I would normally be talking with everybody, but I didn't, so, you know. So that would normally be today, but then tomorrow will actually be more of that. Hey Bricky, glad I could quickly stop by for live stream for once. Thanks again for the Lies of P suggestion on my second Souls. Oh, you were at the meet and greet. Yeah, hell yeah. All my friends say that's based. I'll be starting probably next week. Yeah, you asked me, I think you said you finished Elden Ring, and you asked what would be the next Souls like to play after that. And you're like Dark Souls 3 or Bloodborne or something, and I told you Lies of P, because Lies of P is a massively underrated game. Yeah. It's actually not really underrated. I think it's underplayed. Not enough people played Lies of P. I think it's rated correctly. It's underplayed. It's really fun. Also, pleasure meeting you, man. Dino Man, June the Bug, and Random Gamer, thanks for the resubs as well. Last but not least, Zesty, thanks for the $10. Did you see that Mechabellum got a 1.0 release date? September 26th. Get hype. Hell fucking yeah. Now, can I... Listen, I might have a conversation with Mechabellum people about the release date next month. We'll see. Actually, no, it's this month. Holy fuck, it's already September. Holy fuck, it's already September. Oh, God. It's September already. That's wild. That sucks, man. Time is dumb. What is this? The Risk of Rain DLC is a buggy permanent change to the game, regardless of when it's getting patched, and mostly shit items, underbaked stuff, brick consoles, and crashed a lot. Ooh. Are we allowed to blame Gearbox, or is that not a thing? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I've met I met some Gearbox people at the con, and they're really nice, so I don't want to be mean. But you know, that's like the easy explanation. Dead Toxin here, thanks for the Prime, appreciate you. But yeah, no, there I fixed the Adderbrick website. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Listen, chat, I want to be nice to Gearbox, because if they do more Risk of Rain DLCs, I want a deal. Well, so long as DLC is good this time. It's too bad. Here I am, the captain main, just because I don't want to play the video game. V for Makarov. Bricky, why don't you answer my calls? Because you scare me. Star Trucker got released today. I think I saw Dan's Gaming. Yes, the Dan's Gaming, known for his incredible emote Dan's Game. Just kidding, he's known for his content, but is also known as Dan's Game. I think he tweeted about that. Yeah, mostly positive. Oh no. Is it early access? No, it's out. Mostly positive. We'll see. These reviews are mostly like 0.8, like 1 hour on record. I can't trust that. You know what? That was actually a thing I was curious about. I wanted to check out Black Myth Wukong one more time, because Wukong was one of those things where, oh wow, it's still overwhelmingly positive. That's crazy. The main reason I want to check Wukong again is because, not to say that it was disingenuous. I'm not like anti anything. Though I won't lie, people are not happy with my opinion that Wukong looks stupid, which is hard to believe because he's funny monkey man. I think he looks stupid. But I kind of expected the reviews to slow, mainly because when the game first came, like, well, the first like week or so, it was almost entirely like 0.03 hours on record positive things. And I'm like, that's a little sus, you know? Like, that's kind of sus. But it's still overwhelmingly positive, and there's like actually long reviews and they look good. So I was wrong. I was wrong. China's big, has many people. Yeah, I know, but like, still, you know? I wasn't necessarily just assuming naturally that the game is like Chinese propaganda or something, because that's kind of disingenuous coming from an American. I was just more so like, that's a lot of reviews really short into it. So I was like, I'm gonna roll it back and wait a little bit. And now I see it, and it seems like it's pretty good still. I don't know, most of the folks from online tell me it's great. Most people I talk to tell me it's great, you know? Like, I mean, not everyone says it's great. I got some people who are like, it's like an 8. But, you know, that's fine. Isn't Steam reviews cut in the same thing as like Rotten Tomatoes, where the review is either yes or no, and therefore the percentage is adjusted by yes or no? Because if most people say it's like just yes, then like, okay. Because yeah, like if every person in the world gave a game a 6 out of 10, it would be overwhelmingly positive. So you have to kind of take that with a little bit of grain of salt. Though overwhelming, I think, is like 95% or higher, which is a pretty big metric regardless. I call it a safe game, like a lot of Sony stuff is. I like a safe game, you know? I'm okay with that. God of War 4 is a very safe game. You know, it's like a very classic third-person action-adventure game that Sony is known for, but it's just written so well that, like, man, I was fine with it. People don't treat S6 like it's a good game. Yeah, I think maybe it's an issue with, like, bloated releases. There's a lot of them, you know? Like, why would you bother with a 6 out of 10 when there's so many games that's like a 7 or higher, you know? I think it's the same thing with movies. You know, why would you bother with that when there's just so many other options out there? It's not that it's bad, it's that, like, there's a lot, like, there's a fuckload of 5s and 6s, but there's still, like, more 7s in the world than you'll ever be able to watch, if that makes any sense. So, you know. Do you see Mata pulling 40k to... Oh, yeah. I mean, Mata and Onigiri are putting together 40k minis. The influence I have had upon the culture of VTubers cannot be understated. For coining the phrase passenger games, could I have Matara banned for a few days? Maybe. I'm gonna wait till she types in chat and then I'll consider it. Give a rundown the actual DLC if it's good. Implementation and changes to the base level of Regular Rating 2 are people are upset. It's fine, maybe a bit too much. Well, and apparently bugs, right? Apparently a lot of bugs. Adeptus Sororities. That's a funny name. Thank you for that, Prime, as well. Even though sometimes the 6 or 7s are the most memorable, like Metal Gear Rising. True. I think it just depends. It depends. There are some really great 6 out of 10 video games that stick in your head. But it depends, you know. Because it's like, I don't know, it's like, is your 6 out of 10 game Metal Gear Rising, which is hilariously, like, over the top and ridiculous, and it has some of the coolest moments ever, but the rest of the gameplay is really dull, that's why it's a 6 out of 10? Or is it like Assassin's Creed Valhalla? Or Assassin's Creed something or another, right? And that's why it's a 6 out of 10. Because there's a very big difference in those 6 out of 10s, you know? Yeah, it is why number ratings are stupid. I agree. We gotta find a different way to do a number rating. We gotta find, like the personal scale. I don't know. For a while, I was considering about the idea of doing some kind of objective and subjective scale, which is really pretentious in its own right, because how can you have an objective opinion on a video game? But for me, it was a lot more on the idea of like Alan Wake 2 from my objective scale is it's like an 8 or something. But for me, I didn't really like Alan Wake 2 a ton, so I give it like a 6.5. Whereas Metal Gear Rising is like a 6 out of 10 as a video game, but I gave it like an 8 because it's so fucking funny. I don't know, man. It's tough. It's tough. You know, it really is tough. I think someone did like a much more linear scale, which is like a 4-star. You know, it's like trash, meh, good, amazing. And that's it. That's not bad. You know, you can roll with that a little bit. Oh shit. Oh shit, it's Oni. It's Onigiri and Mata. What's up? I'm banned in Mata's chat, but I'm not banned in Oni's chat. Sorry, everybody. You can't sniff a shit right now. I'm wearing socks. Get fucked. Because a mosquito bit my foot 9 times in like an hour. Genuinely. It was insane. You're so fucking white. Thanks, Oni. Pleasure meeting you too, by the way. Thanks, Gidi. That's so kind of you. It's just like, wow. Wow. You know, I've always been so excited to like talk, and like Mata has said such good things, and I will screenshot that and put that on my fucking wall behind me as like, you OMG, you're so fucking white. What a great first introduction. What an incredible first discussion. I bet Mata was using her computer. I don't know. I don't know. If she did, I'm still doing it anyway. Disinformation is my currency, and lies are my wine. That's Oni Bro coded. I haven't met Oni Bro yet, so I can't tell. The whitest brick on Twitch. Let's fucking go. Nah, bro, that was derogatory. He's so white. Derogatory. Man, no wonder we shouldn't, no wonder we gotta talk more about Disco Elysium. We really had more conversations we needed. As far as I'm concerned, the only thing I'm getting a little bit more white is my fucking beard. This is not good for 29. Oh, Lord. Oh, fuck. Have I met Oni Bros Rock? You know what? I haven't. You know what? I'm looking this up. Oni Bro Rock. Rock-kun. What? What do you mean? It's just a rock on a rope. What? Matara Khan tweet. I am so parasocial with Rock-kun. Today it started raining and I was away from the house, so I looked online to see if he was wet. He's my new Oshi. Please support him. Oh. Okay. What are these statements? What do you mean, Rock kun wetj? Dridge? Dridge? Wetj and dridge? Earthquake? Statements made by the deranged based. All right, this is great. This is great. I feel like me, the one person who's not even 30 yet is getting too old for this. Orange peel. This is lovely. This is lovely. Anyway, thank you so much again, very, very much for the raid. This is quite kind of you. This may not be a great look, no, but it's all right. This will work out. This is maybe a little bit of a difficult look for the most part, but I do think I'm basically just shouting like Zoomer terminology for the most part. We love our young old man. This is fucking Momo. Thanks, Startick. I appreciate it. Brick gets angry that Rock is more popular. That's true. That's true. Brick me is angry and jealous of Rock. Rock is cooler than Brick. That's where the deep-seated insecurities are lying. That's right. That's right. That's a good point. Hey mods, can we time out MataraCon for like 24 hours? The fuck, why? Oh my god, it is her on the computer. What did she do? Oh, maybe it's not her on the computer. Me, who I not Matara? I don't trust her. It's definitely her. It's definitely her. It's her. It's fucking sussy. This ain't right. Out here, it's just her cousin wife jorking it. Jorking it. And by it, I mean, my rocks. Yeah, it's definitely Matara. Yeah, it's definitely Matara. No doubt. No doubt in my mind. They're sharing a computer. Okay, all right. Well, what they do in the privacy of their own home is their fucking business, okay? We don't need to out them in such a way, okay? Don't even tell me about what they're doing with the fucking rock. All right? All right, caught. Caught. This is shenanigans. We have blended skins with hot glue. Why do I have a text message? Who is this? Oh, it's the police. Oh, fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. No! Matara's touching the rock! No. She wouldn't. I won't be able to get out of this one. I won't be able to get out of this one, chat. No weighing. YouTube chat, I'm very sorry about this. I know you're probably being extremely overwhelmed by the volume of text you're seeing currently right here on the screen. One day I'll need some kind of little thing to kind of keep it all under wraps, so it's not just a long line of text of 7TV emotes in the thing. But if you're unfamiliar, Onigiri is a well, it's VTuber, yeah. Is there like a percentage that we have to reach in order to like determine? It's fine. Mostly VTuber. Also, because I know that there's like some in-person stuff, you know. So I wasn't sure the percentage, if that makes sense. I'm just trying to determine if we need to take her license away, you know. I've never been to Japan, but after I meet Rock, I might, you know. Or maybe sign like a tax code, some kind of thing, you know, like a ticket, you know, something like that. Anyway, we just call her Stinky. I thought Mint was Matara's Stinky GF. Is Oni Stinky cousin GF? This is getting a little bit too long term. This is getting a little confusing. Giddy, if that's you explaining your panty sniffing ways to confirm it, I guess you're gonna miss the panty raid. The what? The panty raid. You're talking about girls, right? Girls. I'm talking about raiding their dressers for their undergarments, right? This is something else. This is something else. Oh jeez. What was I getting at right now? Oh, I hope the Warhammer miniature putting together stuff was enjoyable. I don't know how else to describe that. That was a pretty bad way to put that. I hope the minis were fun. It's a very enjoyable hobby. It's a very calming hobby. It's just kind of like do the instructions, snip the stuff, assembly. That is true. Yes, indeed. Spent 4 hours degenerate gambling with chat, 2 hours building. Gambling? We talking like blackjack? Are we playing, what we do? We playing mahjong? Are we fucking, is this Texas Hold'em? What the hell's going on? Dice? Ooh, I like dice. Are we rolling dubs? Are we rolling dubs? I've rolled a lot of dubs in my time. It's a lot. There's rolling dubs, but then there's also rolling trips. It's pretty impressive. It's time. Dubs? Yeah, dubs. Chat, you ever rolled dubs? Is that a millennial thing? Is rolling dubs like a millennial nerd thing? I don't see it a lot from the Skibbity Riz crowd, which is like you guys. You know? You'll never be Sigma. It's an old person thing, yes? What's rolling dubs? Rolling dubs is simple. It's like I'll bet. 4chan thing? Really? Did it start from there? I think well, I mean, a lot of original jokes started there and then migrated their way out into the rest of the world. Way back in the 90s. Look, it doesn't matter. The long and short answer is that you like, it's like a bet, you know? You just roll 2 dice, and if you get doubles, then you have to do a thing. That's simple. It's like you're at like a party. It's like a drinking party, and you have 2 dice, and you're like, if I roll dubs, I'm gonna jump in the pool right now. And that's the excitement. That's the bet. You roll it, you get double 6s, and you're like, fuck, and you jump in the pool. It's pretty simple. Yeah. If it was a 4chan thing, then like, crap. But, you know, it's just dice. Like odds on. Is that what that is? Odds on? Oh, so the opposite of Snake Eyes? Well, the opposite of Snake Eyes is 6s, and that's boxcars, but that's not really, but I think it's just like doubles in general. It's just gambling. It's just like a doofus thing you throw together. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that came from there. Well, shit. Oh well. Not really important. Oh, Matara's here. I can time her out. Let's go. She's on her own account. All right. How do we do this? Personally, I dislike gambling and never do it morally. Okay, well, now Matara's definitely under command by somebody else. Now I don't even want to time her out because clearly this isn't her. I know Matara. She's a fucking gambler. She is a gambler. You know what? Let's do this, chat. Let's go to Matara's channel and see if I'm still timed out there. And we will time her out for the same duration that I am currently timed out for. However much left we have. Chat. Well, would you look at that? You are currently timed out from chat. You can chat again in 2 days and 19 hours. / timeout MataraCon 6/0/0 0. Oh wait, no one's paid yet. I'll wait. I forgot. She timed me out because she got 50 gifted subs. I feel like it's unfair that I feel like we need to at least have an equivalency minimum. It is September, chat. Subs are 30% off on new subs. It is September. It is indeed September. It's true. It's true. It's a bomb made in a bomb. Oh, these aren't pies. They're bombs. They're made in a factory. A bomb factory. They're bombs. Not gifted subs, though? Really? It's not gifted subs? It's just new... Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Hey, chat, if any of you want to be new subs, if you want to be new subs, it's 30% off. You know what? I think banning Gidi for that time will get it quicker. Yeah, I don't know, but there's too much content being made here. So unless there's something that like is absolutely astronomical, then I think I might wait. Because there's too much content in making fun of her in chat because she's stinky and smells bad and stinky. You know, that's how it kind of goes. What do you use to multi-stream the OBS plugin? No, I use Restream. Restream.io, I think is what it's called. It's a great way. Honestly, YouTube chat, love you guys. Don't get me wrong. Really appreciate all your support in the whole 9. But the main goal, of course, is specifically to keep it as like a VOD creator at the end of the day. You know, I am definitely like a 80% Twitch person, but it's nice to have a VOD-centric thing so that when it's done, you'll always have a spot so you can always go back and watch the video on the YouTube. Because Twitch's VOD system is not the best at times. Plus, the longer the live section is up, eventually YouTube will give you those cool things where it's like the most replayed little blips, and that's a great thing for old VODs because you can find like clips and cool stuff, you know? It's handy. Ah, so I shouldn't super chat here. Whoa, hold up, hold on. I didn't say that. I didn't say you could keep your money. No, I mean, obviously, support however you'd like in that situation. Oh, that's a lot of new subs. Hold on there. Hold on. Red, VT Angus, Darth Spock, Louis. Oh, ooh, that's 3 new subs, and 17th gave a prime. Oh, damn. Chat, if you know what, chat, if we get like, you know, 8 for Bricky Orchid 8, you know, if we get 3 new subs more, we'll time Matara out for 10 minutes. We'll shoot her down in chat. Blam her for 10 minutes. That's another one. Strife 405 with the prime, thank you. YouTube's player is much better. Yeah, I think as VODs go, the YouTube player is much better. I would very much agree. Well, those are a lot of gifted subs, so honestly, that's good enough for me. I was referring to new ones so people could take advantage of the September, but you know what? You know, yeah, there it is. Matara, any last words? Question mark, I rated you? No, you didn't. Onigiri did. I like Vinny's YouTube VOD extension chat replay that plays Twitch chat during one of his VODs on YouTube. Really? RB Che, can you speak on that a bit more? Do you happen to know? Actually, I'm just gonna write that down. Vinesauce Twitch chat VOD extension for replay on YouTube. Because I'm not sure if that's the same metric utilized for those of you who are Northern Lion fans. I'm sure I've seen a video by the librarian, I forget his full name, or whatever it's called, but he also, if I'm not mistaken, uses chat and overlays it beneath his camera. And I don't know if there's a particular way he does that other than just recording the damn thing and then syncing them together. So I'm not quite sure exactly the best way it can go around. We'll find it out. I did not realize that. That would be helpful, though. I'll ask Vinny sometime later. I mean, Vinny's a fucking smart guy. The dude's been raw dogging streaming for so long. You know, I appreciate it. Will we ever see you finish the Halo 3 collab? Okay, listen. Firstly, Dino Man, Rogue Soldier, Paddle Witch, Small Time Live, and Judgment, you two, thank for the resubs and the subs. You're all very kind. Henya is currently very sick. The goal for Halo 3 was me, Matara, Henya, and Zen. Unfortunately, Henya's had a very difficult sickness and needs to get better in order for us to finish off the collab. Very much would love to. Absolutely would love to. Great thing to have. Great thing to do. But we want to wait till she's done. You know, if it gets really rough, maybe we'll... I'll talk to Matara. I think we want to get it done for the end of the year, and not flip over. And I'm not quite sure exactly how long, because I know she has a particular illness. I'm not 100% sure of the details, but it takes a while to recover. So you know, obviously, I don't want her streak to like feel bad about not being able to make it, because if she can't make it, that's fine. She can't make it, like her health takes priority, but I really want her to like not feel bad. You know, it happens. It's a thing that occurs. That being said, there is the possibility that we might try to get it finished before the end of the year regardless. So if that happens, oh well, but I'll talk to Matara about that. We'll figure it out, the best possible course of action. Don't worry about it. I mean, it's not like we can't go back and replay Halo 3, you know? Also, yeah, where's Mass Effect? Yeah, you know, it's around. I was in Seattle, mind you. Also, sometimes you just lose the interest. I think I may need to start playing more Mass Effect off stream so I can get this shit done with. So I can get the damn video out, because might I remind you of what game is coming out this week? So if there was going to be a delay to begin with, I might finish Mass Effect off stream. Some of it at least. I don't know, the parts that I'm currently in right now, you know, like Novaria and Pharos of Mass Effect 1 are not the most exciting of areas. So I'll figure it out for the most part, definitely. ME1 drags the most in my opinion, yeah. ME2 gets real good. And then 3 is real fast, but we'll figure it out, chat. We'll figure it out. Loyalist or Chaos chat? My chat should be a Chaos chat. I think I've taught them well enough that Chaos Marines are just Marines with real personality. So, sorry. But it's not my fault Lorgar was always right. And the Emperor betrayed us all. So, maybe if he decided not to betray all of us and ruin his empire, he would have to have us burn it down to the ground. You know, death to the false emperor. No, I've always I talked about this to somebody in at the meet and greet, and I was thinking to myself, like, chaos for me is like a criminal stabs your like girlfriend and kills her, right? And like, damn, you're mad. So you decide to like thermonuclear detonate his town where his family and he lives. And you're like, okay. Bit of an overreaction, not gonna lie. Not sure how I feel about that as the reprisal. Bit rough. So that's to me what chaos is like. I love chaos to death, and the Emperor is a real shithead and did some real shithead stuff, but the return that the chaos have hit you with maybe went a little overboard. You know? Like, hey, did the Emperor do a terrible job raising Angron and basically made him partially the way he is? Yeah. Did Angron need to do what Angron did in response? Probably not. But he did have those nails in his brain, so like, You know? As far as I'm concerned, chaos is just like the biggest amount of spite ever conceived. And that's, and to me, I find that exhilarating. Like, hell yeah. I'm gonna be worse. Like, you were a bit bad, and I'm gonna be really worse. Which is pretty fun. It's great. You know? I love it. It makes it super fun. Ooh, speaking of chat, actually, I am currently finishing up Horus Rising, because we're doing the book club tomorrow. Couple things I'd like to note. One, Garvio Loken is one of the best main character Space Marines I've read. Now, he's no Talos, and he's no Argel Tal, but Garvio Loken is pretty fucking great. He is an incredible character. I'm sure he will live a long, prosperous life, and nothing bad will ever happen to him. 100%. Let me buy my Garvio Loken 40K miniature. Oh. Anyway, that's one. Two, the first, like, half of the book is incredible. Like, genuinely moves at a pace and speed that is so much better than many other Warhammer books. I'm genuinely shocked at how good it is. I mean, I know Dan Abnett's a fantastic author. I know that, but I'm listening to the Toby Longworth narrated audiobook version, and bro, Toby Longworth, the dude puts on a performance. The guy elevates everything he does. Genuinely feel like Gaunt's Ghost would not be nearly as good if it wasn't for his performance as well. Just kills it, man. Holy. There's that entire section in the opening where that one remembrancer is like going around the streets looking at like the art and gets really drunk. And it's just so good. It's like the weirdest like side story ever. And it's so just interesting and well realized and like tense. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Really good stuff, man. It's really good. I wonder a little bit if I would have... I'm in two brains. Now, I'm not done with the book yet, so we still got some more to go. But I'm in two brains. Brain one is, I'm actually kind of surprised that you still need a bit of Warhammer knowledge to appreciate Horus Rising. I thought it would be a little bit more new person friendly. And it's definitely new person friendly, but it's not as new person friendly as I would have expected. I feel like there should almost be like a picture graph or some kind of picture thesaurus, dictionary, like a companion piece. I would love there to be a companion piece where it's like a bolter, flip, 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 flip. A very high caliber weapon wielded by the Astartes that fires explosive excellent. A Vox, flip, 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 flip. A radio device that does like et cetera, right? You know? So like some kind of glossary would kind of be helpful. Yeah, a glossary basically. Some kind of glossary would be handy. But at the same time, despite that, I almost wonder if I would appreciate the book more if I also had less knowledge. Because the entire middle act of the book involving Samus Aran from Metroid Prime was genuinely unnerving and like actually creepy as shit. And me just knowing 40K and being like, Slanesh demon, kind of makes me lose a little bit of like the fear, if that makes sense, you know? Because I know what it is. I know what's going on. And because of that, I think I lose a little bit of that strength. I'd be like, Slanesh, you know? And just kind of go from there, so. But listening to him, just like, ooh, damn. It is really good. Oh, you think Slanesh? I think so. Had like a bunch of weird like bubbles. Oh, but the dude did turn all pustulancy. I thought I've seen Samus 40K. Oh no, I've never seen this before. All right, I'm not gonna look at that anymore. I don't want to spoil myself. I don't remember now. Samus ain't Slanesh, he is the man next to you. Damn. I thought Slanesh. I don't know. Maybe it's because of like the whispery, like the tongue kind of thing. Nah, it doesn't really matter though. It's not important. Point being, I wonder if Warhammer. When did Horus Rising come out? Horus Rising. 2006. Wow. 06. Now, Warhammer was already a universe at this point, but I think we're all in agreement that it really came into its stride creatively and artistically in the last 20 years, give or take. The mid 2000s and onwards is when it really kind of came into its own. I wonder how much we have to owe this book, because like it's the first one, you know? It is the first one. It's the takeoff. And if this wasn't as good as it is, I genuinely wonder to what extent where we would be as like a universe, you know? Cause it's incredible. The characterization. Oh my God, Abaddon. Abaddon's like actually a really interesting and enjoyable character. And I'm just here like, the bugs are back. Oh, Matara's back. She's free. No. No. Rip. Anyway, that's Horus Rising. We'll have a talk about it tomorrow. And then that'll be uploaded on like Saturday. Yeah, the Remembrance stuff is really good. I feel like the Remembrance thing is just a great angle because they're like journalists basically and artists, but it's the human connection, you know? PAX, yeah, PAX. So, PAX. PAX was great. A little exhausting for a couple of reasons, but it was great. It's Seattle, so yeah, I guess I'll go. So PAX West is in Seattle, chat. I like Seattle a lot. I think it is one of I'd actually argue my second favorite city on the West Coast. Well, major city on the West Coast, because there's only like 5. Yeah, 5. Well, kind of. I guess you could count San Jose and like Sacramento, I suppose. I'm thinking Seattle, Portland, San Francisco, Los Angeles, San Diego. Those are how I would do them, you know? And I would say Seattle's probably my second favorite. I would put San Diego above it. I really like San Diego. So I would go San Diego and, well, West Coast America. I've been to Vancouver. I don't know much about Vancouver. I've been there like once, so I can't really give opinion. But I'd probably go like San Diego, Seattle, and then after that, probably Portland, and then probably Los Angeles, and then San Francisco. I was not a huge Bay Area fan, because at least LA has the weather, even it has the same issues. But yeah, it doesn't really matter. They're all major cities. They all have the ups and the downs that come with major cities. But I did go to Seattle. And it was a fun time. PAX is lovely. Its con floor is not as good as East, because in Boston, the Boston Convention Center is right in like Seaport District, Boston. And if you've never been to PAX East, it's huge. It's fucking massive. The actual con floor for PAX East is a enormous building. And it works out great for Boston. Seattle Convention Center is very tight. It's very like in the downtown area of Seattle, whereas the Boston one's a bit more spread out. And so because of that, they actually added a second convention center to Seattle called the Summit Building. So in reality, it's 2 buildings, technically. Oh, what's up, hey girl? Yeah, I'm sorry I missed you too. The fucking service was hugely annoying in there the entire time. That was the other issue. The service was really rough. Normally they have a bit more bandwidth going on over there. At least they did in East, but this one was really difficult. I had trouble texting people when I wanted to. And I missed out on saying hi to Hey Girl, which was really unfortunate because they're over there and I wanted to say hi, which was really annoying. But yeah, but anyway, there's the two con buildings and stuff, and for the most part I'd say that if there's one thing it has over East, it's that there's a lot more floors for different things. They have like this big Voodoo Ranger beer lounge outside on like the top floor of one of the buildings, and there's like a tabletop gaming area and a PC gaming area. I feel like it's a little bit less in like industry stuff and a little bit more like come with your friends type thing, you know? There's still plenty of indies and peripheral companies and all that kind of stuff there, but for the most part, that was that. I guess I'll give you a little bit of a look into what it's like going to PAX for like me. The way it works for me is I landed on Thursday, and normally how it goes is that there's a party every single evening, or multiple, depending. Normally the goal, so I'm always walking around with my manager. You may know him as Nick. He's sometimes in chat, and also some of my friends that tend to come around PAX. You all know Smexy, Sam from GTFO and stuff. She goes to these PAXs often, so normally like we're all kind of hanging around together, chilling. Normally what we do is he drags Nick, my manager, drags us around to various booths and things like that, and you know, kisses hands and shakes babies and that kind of stuff. It's like, hey, introduce you to the influencer manager at MSI, and then you chat a little bit, you talk about stuff, see what's going on that night, the usual kind of thing, possible activations and sponsorships and that kind of stuff, and then you move on, right? And you do the next one, you go to the next one. There I had appointments to play games. There are certain video games that I got early access to play, and I can't tell you what they are because I'm under NDA, but they were pretty interesting. So they were interesting to talk about. But normally they always have a back rooms, and because of that, you make your way back there and you're able to talk and play those games, and sometimes the devs will ask for feedback, and sometimes you give it, sometimes you just play the game and talk about it a little bit with them and that kind of thing. You enjoy yourself. I actually got to remember the feedback rules. Hey buddy, remind me the 3 things for game feedback for devs again. I want to remember that because he gave me some really good advice when it came to giving feedback for devs. But so that's normally the con floor. You get up, you go do breakfast or get your coffee or whatever, you walk through the con floor, you meet with a company, you talk to the person, you play a game, you talk to the people, you meet with a company, you talk to the people, you play a game, etc. You go get dinner with some kind of client or someone important like that. Maybe it's a sponsorship, maybe you're just meeting people, who knows? And then you move on from there. I met with lots of folks. I met with people from MSI and Razer and Origin PC, and like some people from Gearbox and Bandai Namco and like et cetera. Lots of folks. That's generally what my con experience is like as a content creator or whatever you want to call it, right? And then there's parties. And then you get invited to the con parties and see what happens for the con parties. And sometimes it's just a nice like dinner mixer. We went to Yard House so that we could watch the Miami football game on Saturday. That was dope. That's a little bit more of a relaxed one, but it was pretty fun. And then there was like a Twitch partner party. So if you're a partner, Twitch throws a little party for you, and that's super fun. And you go there and you meet some people. I talked with Twitch staff, and they were super nice and that usual kind of thing. I did get a chance to hang out a lot with Juniper. You may know her as Juniper VTuber Moth Girl. She's so funny. She's so fucking funny. I got to hang out with her a few times for prior conventions, but she was out for a bit over in PAX, and got to hang out with Junie for a while. She's really funny. It's such such a goober. She's such a fucking goober. But she knows how to party. She knows how to hang. It was really dope. So we got to hang out with her for a while. Most days, I think Friday and Saturday, yeah, most days. Well, the two main days, Friday and Saturday. But the highlight, if I had to determine a highlight of the entire event, it was definitely Saturday, which was, not to explain exactly where it is, but there's a gay neighborhood, gay street, gay. I don't know how to describe it. Think of like West Hollywood, you know? There's like a thing like that over in Seattle as well, which is Capitol Hill / like Pike Street, I think is around that area. Cap Hill, yeah, Cap Hill. Okay, chat gets it, Cap Hill. Yeah. It's just a street? Okay, well, yes, but you get the point. Cap Hill. Yeah, Pike / Broadway area. Yep, that whole thing. That area. There's like a lot of major cities, especially West Coast ones, have like an area that's very like LGBT friendly, lots of gay bars, that kind of thing. West Hollywood is the one in Los Angeles, also known as WeHo, etc. This was the one over in Seattle. And one of the venues there was a private Baldur's Gate 3 1-year anniversary party. And your boy got into that one, which felt hilarious because I'm like 12 hours into the game and no more than that. It's really funny. But you know, I got to go there with all the friends, and Junie was able to go there, and you know, I'm not going to speak much on it because it's a private venue and everything, but I saw an email of that in my inbox, and they were like, hey Bricky, you want to go to the party? And I'm like, fuck yeah. And I met the guy that invited me, and he's like, yeah, there's a couple people from Larian said you should invite Bricky because he's, quote, a good egg. Because apparently they have their own like Warhammer community group in Larian, and they all like have like little mini RTTs internally and shit. And so your boy had a little egg going on, and it was fucking crazy to hear. And so I got to meet a bunch of the Larian devs and talk Warhammer with them, which was kind of an insane thing. It was kind of insane to hear, and was fucking super neat. It was open bar, totally free. Didn't suck. That didn't suck at all. I was pretty happy with that. It's so hilarious because I was only like 12 hours into the fucking game. But it was super cool, dude. Everyone was. It was one of the best PAX parties I think I've ever been to. One of the best. Karaoke was going on. The place was packed, man. Some of the VAs were there. Neil wasn't there, unfortunately, but I don't know her name. I forget her name, but I think the Karlak one was there. And like there were some of the folks there. Oh, I meant Sven. Yes, it's Sven, right? He was not in his armor. He was not in his armor. I know. Fake guy. Fake dude. It was really sweet. We talked. I saw him walking by, and I poked him, and I was like, Sven Rai, I was like, I want to congratulate you so much on your game and how well you did, etc. The whole thing. And then he was talking with some friends, because the friends of mine that were there, like Smexy was there, and she has like 400 hours in the game, and I was like, yeah, I got 12, and he slapped me on the back. He's like, so you're a virgin, huh? And I was like, is it that obvious? He was fucking funny. Dude, he's like 6'5". I didn't know he was like 6'5". He's so fucking tall. God, Swedes. Ugh. Ridiculous. Actually, I don't know if he's Swedish or not. I'm just assuming. I'm making an assumption. Those, yeah, Northern Europeans, whatever. I forget exactly what he is, but dude, it was so great. If any of the Baldur's Gate Larian people see this part of the stream and me talking about this, please invite me again. I'd love to go again. This was lovely. I'll make sure to finish Baldur's Gate 3 before the next one. It was very, very enjoyable. Oh, he's Belgian? Ah, Northern European. I don't know, I'm American. Fuck it. There's a bar called Unicorn in Cap Hill. It's like the most white sorority girl coded bar ever, but damn, I love it. So many sugary drinks. I think I saw that one on the way. It was like a carnival, didn't it? Unicorn Bar, Seattle. Yep, that looks like a carnival. That's crazy. Carnival themed bar, yep. Yep. I think I Ubered past that or walked past it on the way. Around there, yeah. And hey, sweet drinks are fine, though they do get me hungover pretty badly. I was a gin and tonic guy the whole weekend, or mostly gin and soda water. I left to Seattle, ate a bunch of crappy food, not like bad food, but like bad for you food. Drank about my weight in alcohol, and then came home and weighed the same. And I think gin and soda is what saved me. Oh, bum. So, yeah, no, it was good. The gin and soda definitely helped. So you indulged? Oh yeah, I think I had like 7 drinks each night. I don't drink at home. I don't drink here unless it's like a special collab or something like that, like when we played Balloons with Cotton. But I don't really drink when I'm down here. So I normally drink at cons and parties, and so I'll go to a big party and be like, yeah, let's go, and then I'll go home and fix my body and flush the toxins out and go work out and be normal again, and then I'll go back to a con and be like, yeah, and then I'll go back. You know, it works out. It works out, all things considered. You know, like, because if you're going to drink, you should do it with like the company of your friends and enjoy yourself, if that makes sense. You know? Oh my god, is that Lord Ligma? Thanks for the tier 1 sub. That's funny. That's really funny. Hey, Broken Reaper. Real poser activities chat on Pog this man. I do need to play more Baldur's Gate 3. I do need to play more Baldur's Gate 3. I really do. But there's another video game I've been playing lately that I can't talk about, that I'm gathering footage and getting a script going for. That... What day is today? The 3rd? That embargo will probably go up tomorrow morning, and you might see a video on it. Hey, Norse the Wicked, thanks for the gifted sub. Also, Echo Ravens and RB Che and Winter Lana, thanks for the primes and the tier 1s. Let's go, BBL Bricky, the best egg. Cotton 2 revenge stream when? I think Cotton is at a con this last weekend. I don't remember, but we did talk about we did talk about doing a balloon stream again. I was like, hey, you want to do inflation again? And she was like, what? And then I was like, balloons again? She's like, oh, that inflation. It was very funny. And then everyone clapped. But I do want to get a stream with her again before TwitchCon, because I know we're going to be meeting at TwitchCon probably. And I think she wants me to wear a maid outfit or something. We'll figure that out. Oh my god, I forgot. Yes, the tweet I sent out. Unironically, a real tweet that actually happened. This is not an everyone clap situation. This actually did occur. Fucking what is it? What is it? The I was at TwitchCon, not TwitchCon, PAX West, and yeah, the Bow one. And there was a Blythe cosplayer, a full-on Blythe cosplayer, whole shtick, the full dog head, the whole thing. Walking past, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Walking past, minding my own business. Here, in the corner of my ear, one of the people taking a photo with the cosplayer saying, bro, if Bao was here right now, that's all I heard. And I was like, holy shit, she has proliferated the natural universe. Now Blythe cosplayers are being considered with the what would Bao do? Wild. Absolute wild. Absolutely wild. Hilarious, though. Very, very, very hilarious. So, it gave me a very good giggle. Holy shit, is that the Lionel Johnson with the Prime sub? Thank you very much. But yeah, if Bao was there, she'd make headlines. Someone responded to that tweet and said something along the lines of, as a PAX enforcer for 20 years or however long it was, Bao meeting a Blythe cosplayer is my opinion of an Avengers level threat. And I thought that was quite funny. That was quite funny. Also, Broken Reaper, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. I thoroughly appreciate it. Thank you. I really appreciate all of your guys' gifted subs, knowing full well Barthez is going to arrive randomly and put his dick on the table, as they tend to do. But hey, it's all right. She replied to it also. She did reply to my tweet, yes, but I don't know if she replied to the other one. I think she said, send me your exact location or something along those lines. Yeah, that was the one. Hello, I'm kindly requesting you drop your coordinates during this time. Yeah, that's how it goes. Funny stuff. Always gets me. Fun fact for all involved, Boston is about as far north as the Spain/France border. That's a fun fact, yeah. No wonder it's so fucking cold. Bricky, help, I'm dying. Nick, how did this happen, Nick? How did this happen, brother? How did you, out of everyone I met and all my friends, how is only you the one who got COVID? All of us tested negative. It's just you. I don't know how this occurred. This is wild. Spain cold? Oh, I don't know, man. Isn't the northern border? I don't know, dude. Boston's cold as shit. So we were sharing drinks all weekend. I don't get it. Yeah, we were like I'm aware of the issue that comes with going to cons. Like, I'm aware I'll catch COVID and that kind of thing. But we were out there sharing, you know, passing drinks, water bottle around, the whole thing, and we're fine. I don't understand. I don't know, dude. I don't know what happened. It's wild. It's absolutely wild. I thought, see, when I see your name in my chat, I assume I didn't answer a message of yours because you're always like, I need a response on this thing right now, but I don't see anything like that. Did you get the Paxlovid, the antiviral? Has it arrived yet? Because you got to take that shit like almost instantly. Okay, you have. Yes. Dude, it's so... Is it the same amount of pills? Is it 3 pills in the morning, 3 pills at night? Because I think it's like 6 pills a day. But I remember that specifically. Okay, yeah. That thing, man, it's life-changing. So the problem is that you're going to still be positive. Your symptoms will basically all go away, but you will still technically be positive for COVID for about a week. So it'll cut the symptoms out in like 2 days, 3 days, but you'll still be positive for a while. So you still got to kind of like cabin fever yourself for a bit. But other than that, yeah, you'll still be contagious, but other than that, you'll feel way better. The aftertaste is horrid. Oh yeah, dude, the Paxlovid, not to be confused with Pax East or Pax West, is an antiviral. Paxlovid, Paxlovid, Paxligma. And what it is it's 6 pills a day for like 3 days, 3 in the morning, 3 at night. And you have to take it within the first like 3 days of symptoms or something. And then if you do though, it'll cut the symptoms of COVID down to basically like 2 days max. It's insanely good. The downside is that you get that like cotton taste in your mouth and you can't really taste food very well, and you're still technically contagious for a bit. Why this over the shot? It's not a shot. A shot is a vaccine, my brother. You can still get the sickness. You take the pills when you get the sickness. The most important part is it also reduces the chance to get long COVID, long ligma. Indeed. You do. I mean, you do both. You get your vaccines, my brother. But then like you can still get it. You know, it just you take the pills and it helps you reduce. You know, one is preventative and one is treatment. Oh, don't cotton taste me, you fucking perverts. Shut up. Yeah, the aftertaste is pretty terrible. Now is the time to eat healthy, though, dude. Everything tastes like crap. Now's the time to eat like salads and shit. Because you won't know the difference. Necromungo, thank you, Mundo? Oh, whatever. Thank you for the Prime sub. Power that makes you say real. Real. Hell yeah. Yo, Bricky, Balatro released an update containing Among Us. Enjoy. I know. I already made a video about it on the second channel. It's already there. Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. Also, yes, there was something I need to talk to you about. I got more info on Project Ominous. Oh, did you? Okay. All right. Cool, cool, cool. I'm curious about this now. You're gonna love it. Am I gonna love it or am I gonna love it ironically? Which loving it am I gonna do? Am I actually gonna love it or am I gonna love it ironically? Actually, maybe we shouldn't discuss that right now in the middle of chat. You could text me. You could text me. No, you're gonna fucking love it. It's gonna be amazing. Okay. All right. I'm excited. Are donations turned off? Yes. Donations are turned off on the stream. I mean, now that we've got like 1,900 people here, which speaking of, Onigiri's chat, a lot of you have stuck around. Thanks. It's fucking cool of you. Normally, like, raids kind of arrive and then you know, filter out and stuff like that. You're still fucking here. Thank you. Fucking crazy of you. I really appreciate it. I can't believe something good came out of my time with Matara. Anywho, catching strays. She's probably not even here. Actually, is she even here? Let's see. One moment. Users in chat. She's not here anymore. All right, we can talk shit. Let's go. Besides alcoholism. Anywho. Yeah, so chat, I made a slight adjustment to the stream. Back in the day, as we all know, as I was an up-and-coming streamer and stuff, we had donations enabled, and we've turned off donations. Donations is off. I think that for the most part, if you're going to support me, I'd like you to do it in ways that are, one, trackable through the platforms in which you send them on, because I would prefer it to be on a platform that's safer and secure, especially nowadays with that like big social security number leak and everything like that. Just like, if you're gonna spend money, do it through the systems of YouTube and Twitch, you know, bits and subs and stuff, if that makes sense. But also, I would like it if chat gave, like, if they were gonna support me, they should do it in 3 ways. 1, bits are great because they're more direct and you also get awesome badges in chat and they're easily managed. 2, subs allow you to give subs to other viewers, and if you are a sub to the channel, you do not get any ads whatsoever, which is a great gift to give other people. And 3, the third way is just merch. If you're gonna support me in more ways, like, actually, let's make it actually like a thing where you get something back out of it, and that's merchandise. So yeah, I think it's great stuff. YouTube chat, same deal. You've also got memberships, and you've also got super chats, and like both of those are fantastic, you know? So like, happy. Bricky, what's your opinion on Lego plants? I own like 9. Like, unironically. I own, but aren't you getting less share of the money in those ways? Yeah, correct. I am. I am getting a lower share in the money for those options. You're correct, but I'm okay with that. I think it's better for the chatters. But yeah, I have like, what do I have? I have the Lego bonsai tree. I have the succulents. I have the roses. Hold on. It's like most of my living room decor. One moment. Succulents, bonsai tree, orchids, sunflowers and roses, birds of paradise, and small potted plants. So I have 6. So I got 6. Honestly, it was, if I had to argue, the greatest business pivot I have seen a company make in a while. They're still very expensive, but I play Warhammer, so fucking whatever. It's just what it is. But taking the generation of Lego users like me, 1990s era kids, and pivoting them to turn it into decor for the adult life is the smartest fucking idea I have ever heard. Absolutely incredible. You know what I would love? You know what I would love? You know what I would really love as a new idea? This maybe an idea. As a Warhammer person, I've kind of wanted to make a diorama of sorts. I often see dioramas in like on YouTube and stuff. Various kinds of big dioramas that are like decently sized, using things like epoxy and resin and stuff. And I really want to make one for myself because I can make it as like decor. You know, I can make a little diorama for myself as decor for the house. Have like a big fucking Titan shooting shit or something. I don't know. Some crash, like kind of by hand. It sounds really enjoyable, but I would like a little bit more like a push, I guess. Like if GW made like a kit that's more easily presented. I don't know. Because for me at the moment, I'm using a hot wire on plastic and a Dremel. And that's like a major portion of how I'm doing this, you know? So, and that's it's a bit more hands-on. Having a bit more of, I don't know, structure would be nice, if that makes any sense. Content creator question. Since YouTube monetization is talked about so much, taking a 1 million sub channel, small merch presence, and steady sponsor, what percentage of your revenue actually comes from ads? Great question. If I had to say, if I'm consistently uploading, which on the main channel I'm not, we can use the second channel and stuff. If I'm consistently uploading, I'd say if you had to take all the money I make from sponsors and ads and combine them together, 25% of it is ad revenue. I would argue 75% of YouTube money is sponsorships. Yeah. Probably the best way I could roll that out. Shout out to Mr. Manager Nick, who misspelled his name in his own chat. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Yeah, it's a lot. But that's just the way it is. Thing is, if you have an ad block, I don't get the money from the ads. And like, I'm not gonna tell you not to turn off ad block, man. Like I get it. I get it, man. It sucks. It blows. It's I get it. But you know, like it sucks to have a lot of ads. So like if you're having ad block and shit like that, that's fine. But I'm assuming if like nobody had ad block, it'd probably be a higher percentage. But like everyone does. So that's fine. I make it, or I work with sponsors and stuff to help make up that cash. YouTube Premium gives ad revenue. Yeah, right. Yes, if you use YouTube Premium, your view counts significantly more than a regular ad view. This is not probably correct at all, but like to give you a bit of a visual, if one view on an ad gives me 0.01 cents, a not viewed ad or a YouTube Premium user watching the video and not watching the ad still gives me like 0.03 cents. Like YouTube Premium does give more money to the people you watch than if you were to watch their ads. That is correct. That is true. That being said, I totally understand why you would not use YouTube Premium and just use an ad block. I get it. I use YouTube Premium because I use a lot of YouTube, obviously, and everywhere I log in, I can keep it, which is really nice. Like if I'm watching ads or like stuff on like the TV, you know, or something like that, I just never will have any ads because it's my account, you know. So I think it's great. I like YouTube Premium a lot. I think it's a very good, like, general service, but whether or not you want to spend the money for it is totally up to you. If you don't want to, I totally get it. Background listening is also huge, though I think background listening should have been part of... You should just be allowed to have that. I'd use YouTube Premium if they had modular packages. Yeah, honestly agree. I think they're missing out on that. What is Premium right now? 15 bucks? Honest to God, I'd probably say, like, bring it down to 10 and then make it, like, just ad-free and turn off using or whatever the hell it's called, and then or listening, whatever that thing is, you know? And then that probably would be a pretty good reason to get more folks in. So I don't know. It's an option. It's just the cost of one Starbucks order, man. Just get it. It's that small fear of month avail. Yeah, you know, I've realized that you can't equate anything to food. I used to do that too. I'm assuming you were making a joke, but you can't like equate stuff to food, because one of them is a requirement to survive, and it's also, in a sense, like, depending on what you're getting, can vary between just regular to a luxury. You know, you talk about like a $60 video game, or like they're $70 now, and we're like, fuck, man, $70 fucking dollars for a video game. But then if you're taking a girl out you really like, your check for that dinner might be $70, if not more. It's like you can't really equate food to products in a way. They're too separate. The industries are too different. How they work is too different. It's just it doesn't compute, you know? Fuck, man. It cost me almost that much money to get a goddamn Uber from the airport. I got a taxi my first way, and it was like $40, but it cost me like $60 to get back to the airport. But also, Uber is a scam. Not legally, Uber. I didn't actually mean it. Yeah. You know, so like, I don't know. You can equate all that kind of stuff. It's all, you know, I don't know. Everything can be equated in some way, you know? I mean, shit, man. People buy like really expensive clothes and stuff, and how's Uber a scam? It's not actually like a scam. It's just like fucking ridiculously expensive. They have flat rate taxis at the airport for $45 from the W. I took a taxi to the fucking hotel, but not from. I didn't see any of the. Oh well, fuck. All right, well, whatever. In fairness, I changed my time. I was gonna fly out Monday, but I decided to fly out Sunday evening, because I didn't want to spend another day. So I got a flight for at like 6 p.m. So there's that. There's a whole. I mean, chat. We can talk about the gig economy for a long time, but you know, I'm also someone who performs in the gig economy, so in a way, not performs, but is a consumer of. So I'm kind of in the caught hypocrite era myself. So I can't really talk to. I kind of participate in it, so it's like I can't really talk much about it. But I participate in it because it's so user friendly right now. I mean, Uber has changed. Uber's lost its user friendliness a bit, but DoorDash and stuff has not. DoorDash is way too cheap for what you're actually getting. And so that stuff kind of survives. I give it like 2 years. I don't know how long you guys think it has, but I give it 2 years before it becomes like ludicrously overpriced. And then we all change our minds again. I mean, we both know it's expensive now, but like you're still ordering a private car to take, you know, private taxi for your burrito, as we talked about. I'm wondering when it's going to become like really expensive, you know? It's still really efficient for what it is right now. You know? I mean, I don't think I've ever gotten anything like under $20, but a taxi from those locations and stuff would cost you more than $20, if that makes sense. I just said the upfront tipping on food delivery services. I agree with that. I don't know why DoorDash has you tip in the beginning. Well, maybe the reason is to guilt you into doing the tip, but they don't like doesn't Uber does tips afterwards, right? It's a problem because then the person like can see it beforehand, and then like if they're assholes, they like, I don't know, pass judgment or cause issues. But it's, I don't know, that's a whole other conversation. I don't want to get into tipping culture conversations, man. I'm too like jaded on that type of thing. I'm in that system. I've lived the tipping system my whole damn life. I don't know how to fix it, man. Call me Sunday friend. I don't know. Tips are what delivery drivers live off of? Exactly. That's the fucking problem. That's the issue. They should be paid a regular wage. Which is why there's a good chance that when they are, everything else is gonna go up, and therefore will, you know, then it'll be no longer consumer friendly. What's the phrase where it's the business is more beneficial for the customer than the business itself? Centric, forward? I don't know. It's almost like you're taking a loss to do better for like the customer. Oriented? I don't know. Something like that. Something like that, man. I don't know. That's a whole thing. Pro-consumer? Loss leading? Loss leading's close. Loss leading's close. I don't know if they're technically doing losses. But that's closer to what I'm expecting. I don't know, man. It's hard. I don't want to have a major conversation about it, chat, because I'm trying to practice a very important skill that I think a lot of us streamers could practice a lot more, which is just because I'm good at one thing, which is generally running a business and being an entertainer, does not mean I know everything. It's called the Elon Musk effect, where you're good at one thing and you suddenly think you're fucking God. And so I don't have an opinion on the fucking gig economy and door dashing and the way this is supposed to be run, because I'm a fucking streamer and I dropped out of college. So sorry, I'm not an economist. I don't know how this is gonna work, so I'm just not gonna talk about it. Like, sorry, I don't know. There's a lot of fucking people who do that. They get really good at some things, and therefore they think they're right on everything, and they try to solve the. This is the same thing with every venture capital fucking tech bro. Some dickhead from the Bay Area thinks he's gonna reinvent the goddamn wheel because he's really good at programming, and because he's really good at programming, he suddenly thinks he knows how to automate AI to fucking cure cancer like an idiot. Every goddamn time. And it's like, I'm sick of it. I'm so tired of it. I'm not doing it. Also, thanks, Pug Nation, for the 5 gifted subs and for some of the resubs and folks, chat. I appreciate you very much. Oh, Lord. It's a whole thing. Or become a crypto banker? What do you mean a crypto banker? Isn't the point of it to not have banks? Oh, Lord. Me talking about being a crypto banker, the crypto enthusiast fuming because it's not a crypto blockchainer. He's yanking my blockchain. Someone said look up the Nobel Prize effect. The Nobel Prize effect is a term used to describe the negative effects that receiving the Nobel Prize has on a career in life. Interesting. Next, you'll reinvent the train. I don't want to reinvent the train. I want there to fucking be people to put trains in here. It's been invented. Now we need application. I know they're pulling the train up from LA to Las Vegas, which is probably the best place they could possibly put a train, but I could use a few more up in here, man. Let's just take the 5 freeway and dig a tunnel beneath the 5 freeway and make a train that goes all the way up. All the way up from SD to Vancouver. Let's just take a monorail and put it somewhere else. Are trains bad in the US? They're not bad, they're just underutilized. It's a very car-centric market. You get a better public transit in some areas, like, well, I know New York has its issues, but like people actually use the metro system there and stuff. Here in the West Coast, there's very little public transport. Very little. There's a train from Portland to Vancouver already. They just extend it. Be perfect. Bring it down here, please. Yeah, it's a lot of I don't know, wasn't it like something about like Ford in like 1920s or 30s being like no, I'm gonna build cars for everyone, and so like blocked like a public transit bill, and then like a thing went from there or some, I don't remember, man. I don't know. I think things were different back then. There wasn't as many people, blah 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 blah, etc. etc. I just like the train. There is one train that goes from LA to, there's one train that goes from LA to San Diego, and I do love taking it because I can take it from Irvine down to San Diego for like Comic-Con and stuff, and it rides off the ocean. And so if you look to your right, going south, you can just, it's just the ocean's right there, and you can just like look at it as you go, and it's really, really nice. It's a generally lovely train ride, but it's like the one. So looking forward to Bricky ranting about Robert Moses. Who the fuck is Robert Moses? I'm sorry, again, chat, streamer, not historian. Were you a train kid? What the fuck does that mean? Like, did I have model trains? Oh, thanks for the prime subs, chat. Greetings, Brick. You've seen Forever Winter. It's on my wish list. Forever Winter, that is. Was I really into trains? No? I was like a Lego kid. I had like a fuckload of Legos, but I bought Star Wars Legos. I bought like General Grievous figures and Clone War Legos, and I had like, what's that one Clone Wars Republic walker that has the 6 legs and it's like a big beetle and it goes like has the big turd on the top. That thing. There was also the droid ones with the 2 really long wheels that were kind of like ajar like this. Would fire little missiles out. There were those. Chat knows their Star Wars mechs, goddamn. Of course, the Clone Wars gunship, very iconic with the big B-52 ball lasers on the sides. All the usual stuff, the B-Wings, X-Wings, Jedi Starfighters, so on. I got all of those. That was my big thing. Well, I didn't get all of those. They were very expensive, but I got some of those. And after that, that was what I was in like elementary school, but I was also a huge video game player. I had a PlayStation 5 when I was maybe, a PlayStation 1 when I was like 5 years old. And I played Lego Racers. That was like my first game was Lego Racers. That's not true. We had an old Gateway PC, and that PC had those like learning games and stuff where you did a math equation to help a diner or some crap like that on like a CD-ROM. But then there was Lego Racer, Lego Racers and stuff. I was a pretty good racist. And so I played a lot of Lego Racers, and sorry, I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. It was too easy. But Lego Racers was really big. And I got really into a lot of the Star Wars games. Star Wars Demolition was one of my favorite games ever. That was on the PlayStation 1. What else was there? There was what are the PlayStation 1 games were there? There was a lot. I eventually moved on to PlayStation 2, and then I got a GameCube, and then, you know, I've replayed Metroid Prime like 19 times, and Prime 2, and I got a Wii in Prime 3, because Metroid Prime is like one of the best trilogies of shooters out there. I played a fuckload of Armored Core for PlayStation 2, Armored Core 2, Armored Core 3. I think I played a little bit of Armored Core 1. And then eventually, when I was 11, No, when I was like 8 or 9, I was able to convince my, yeah, nine or, oh crap. Halo 2 came out in 2004? Yes. So around 9 or 10 years old, because I'm a 1995 Zoomer. I asked my mom to play if I could play Halo, and she said no because it's M, and M-rated games had gore, and gore was bad. That was the cutoff, was gore. Blood and violence was fine, and some language was fine. Gore was the thing that she didn't like. And then the prepare your Giga Chat emotes. Guy at GameStop, when I was looking for it, was like, it's more because of like a zombie enemy in the game, madam. I would arguably probably call it teen rated more than anything than M. It's on the cusp. And that was the reason why my mom was like, okay, you get one M-rated game, and that's Halo 2. And then I bought Halo 1 and played both of the Halo games when I was like 10 years old. For a while, the main holdover that my parents didn't want me to do was playing games where you shot other people. That was the big part. So Call of Duty was strictly off the market at the time because, well, I mean, this was like 2007, you know, like we were, Iraq war, kind of a thing, you know, Afghanistan, Iran, there's a lot of that going on at the time, may you remember. So Call of Duty, especially Call of Duty 4, was not a really good idea in their minds. You know, like, you know, George W. Bush president, all that kind of stuff, Al-Qaeda, blah, 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 Saddam Hussein, not Saddam Hussein, who the fuck's the other guy? Osama bin Laden. I'm too used to the meme versions of him. I forgot his actual name. Osama fucking bin Ballin. So that was a big no for a while, was that one. But eventually what was it? I was 12 or 13 when COD 4 came out, and they were like, oh, he's a teenager now. Yeah, whatever. And then they eventually let me play COD 4. And then COD 4 was basically when we moved into all the rest. Then it was Halo 3, and then you know, it was World at War, and then I went through my big Call of Duty phase, and I still in a sense play them sometimes, and went through that, and then it was Borderlands 1, and by that point I could play basically anything. At that point I could basically play any game I wanted. The only other M-rated game my parents let me play that was not Halo at the time was Republic Commando, because of my love for, I think I had to get straight A's in a semester of school, and if I did, I could get it, and I think I did. So I was like, yes. Any Gears of War? Yeah, once the M rating opened up, I could play Gears of War. Well, once I could play COD, I could play basically anything. That was M. Maybe Republic Commando wasn't M, but it had gore. Let's see here. Okay. Oh no, it was teen. It was teen, but it had gore. It was the gore reasoning. You know, I mean, some of you you younger folks might see this stuff as like overly protective and that kind of thing. But I'd like to remind you that this was a very different time in the video gaming sphere. People didn't quite know what this was yet, what video games like as a console thing, media at home was to an extent, and what the possible effects could be at the time. This was also when did. Right. And also may remind you, in 1999, there was a particular thing called the Columbine High School Massacre, which was often by outlets like Fox and stuff, was blamed as like video games as the major, you know, the major reasoning for these kinds of things. Yeah, then Virginia Tech happened, and so times were kind of different about like what the effects of video games might be. Because you weren't just watching a movie, you were playing it. You weren't just watching a hooker getting beat up, you were beating up the hooker. So there's a lot of stuff like that. So I think my parents were pretty reasonable, as far as I'm concerned. I think they did a very reasonable job when it came to figuring out, you know, kids and raising a kid in a new time and stuff. I think they did a pretty good job, you know. And I also didn't grow up with some of the almost not necessarily required, but almost needed items nowadays. Like social media wasn't a thing until like I was 14, 13. I got like a Facebook account like early high school was about when Facebook arrived for the most part. And I didn't have a phone. I got my first ever phone in 5th grade when I was 10, and it was a flip phone that we did not have texting, because texting was like 10 cents per text, because that was how it was back in the day. It might still be, I don't know. I only have unlimited everything, but I could only use it to call my parents, so in case there was an emergency. It was very much like a 911 type thing of like, Mom, something's wrong, pick me up, like that kind of thing. I didn't get the chance to start texting until about 13 or 14, and that's when I could finally start texting people. And it was in the flip thing where you had the numpad, but each number 1 through 9 corresponded with 3 letters. So if you wanted to put B, you had to be like tap 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 enter. Good times. Good times. You know, the ancient ways. The ancient ways. Looking back on it, it was amazing technology. Now, it's dog shit. It sucks. Yeah, dude, if you were really a fast texter, you was like... It's crazy. Crazy. From the perspective of a gamer and educator, not allowing / monitoring what kids play certain games is a good thing. Oh, I'd agree. I totally agree. I would not give a 5-year-old fucking Grand Theft Auto. Though I think the reason for the monitoring was different at the time. Nowadays, we've definitely come a lot farther, and what like the reviewing scale is very different now, and you do gotta play it by ear a little bit. Like I wouldn't give a 10-year-old Gears of War. I just wouldn't do that. Like that's not for me. I give a 10-year-old Fortnite, totally. More than anything, I think I'd be more frightened, not of the content of the game. I'd be more frightened about the online interactions of the game. I'd be more worried about like who they're playing with than who, and also if my credit card is attached to the video game, more so than what game they're playing. But I'm also not a parent, so I want to make sure I don't do the same thing that I just warned about, which is passing knowledge on something I don't understand. So I think it's more on it though, you know, depending on the kind of thing. So yeah, sorry, buddy, you're gonna play Fortnite and you're gonna earn your V-Bucks, and you're not gonna get my credit card attached to it. So. I don't know. It all depends. I don't know, man. The idea of having kids in this day and age is terrifying. It's totally terrifying. I get hiccups for no reason. Talking too much. I have no idea how I would do it, because I feel like social media is such a massive detriment on the brain of like people growing up and everything like that. But at the same time, like it is the method of communication and socialization currently in the world. So not giving it feels like too far of a step, but giving it also feels like it's a bad idea. So I have no fucking clue. Like I just don't know what the right answer is. So I'm gonna practice instead. I'm gonna practice abstinence, and I'm going to get a vasectomy. So I'm not gonna have to worry about it anymore. I know, I do my best. I do my best, chat. I try my hardest. Having all your mistakes as a kid on TikTok is a terrifying thought. Yeah, brother. I'm glad the things I said when I was 14 on Facebook are lost to time. Are gone and no one will ever know. Thank Christ for that. Oh boy. Don't need that one. It was MySpace for me. Didn't have a MySpace myself, but yeah, you know those memes of Indian men messaging like models on Instagram of like Bobs and Vagine and stuff like that. You know those old memes? I was kind of, I definitely had a few of those moments. I definitely had a Bobs and Vagines moment. Listen, chat, caught. I was around during Omegle, the beginning days. I remember the days. Those were the times. I was 14. I had not necessarily unrestricted internet access, but I had a lot of internet access. 'Twas the time. 'Twas the time. The stream is getting dark. No, it's just the olden days, man. You learn from them, you know. That's the whole point of the mental, of the power of the mind. The reason that you cringe so damn hard at the stuff you did from a high school era and the younger versions of you is to learn from it in the future. You know? It's also why you can't take social media seriously. Because you see opinions on the internet and then you can't tell, like, is this person 14? Like, you don't know. I would never ask for age verification in like a social media platform like that because I think it might enhance some creeps out there, but it would certainly save my own mental health sometimes. I don't know. It's a whole thing. Cringing on your past is a sign of growing up. Honestly, even chat, any of you who are teenagers, one, don't say it. I'll kill you in Minecraft and ban you, maybe. If you think you're like, God, younger me was dumb, that feeling won't leave until you're like 30, is my guess. Because I'm slowly starting to have less of that now. Years 25 and under, I was still feeling that. Like 25-year-old me, I was like, bro, 24-year-old me was so stupid. And 24-year-old me said 23-year-old me is so stupid. And consistently and on it goes. But 29-year-old me, I think it's still happening, but the gaps are a little bit longer. 29-year-old me doesn't hate 28-year-old me, but he does hate 27-year-old me. If that makes sense. I'm starting to be like a bit more understanding of my own life. Like I feel like maybe 35-year-old me will look at 30-year-old me and think he's dumb, not 34-year-old me. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Oh yeah, I forgot. I actually played a lot of StarCraft growing up too. What a time. Yeah, but just, all I'm saying is don't be too hard on yourself, chat. Learn, please. Live and learn, but, you know, don't worry about it as much. I think that's one of the biggest deleterious effects of some social media, especially online internet content creation thing, is I feel like people get ostracized or outed for things that aren't particularly worth outing on, you know? Often it's like a lot of times it's really small stuff like a insensitive joke, or perchance like a out of context clip and stuff, but they're really quick to jump on it. Now, normally this is often, like I said before, you don't know the person's age. It could be like a 12-year-old kid looking for clout and trying to do that kind of deal. But at the same time, I feel like it paints a weird picture. Like something small in that is a thing that's worth getting mad about. Therefore, when you in your own life end up doing things that are most likely worse than that and actually do require self-reflection, you will assume that you're like the worst person who's ever lived because everyone else is pointing at you and getting mad at you for the skeletons in your closet while covering theirs. And, you know, I think it's important to notice that and be less, you know, critical of yourself. Learn, you know, but, you know, if half the shit we all did were online, we would all be canceled, if that makes sense, you know? Now, people are way more willing to give themselves grace than others for the most part. Yeah, exactly, but that's half because that their stuff is not out in the world. You've got or probably done worse things than the thing that the person is criticizing, but they're criticizing it regardless and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I'm getting weirdly philosophical on this stuff. What happened to me, chat? I thought we were gonna make sex jokes with a balloon tower defense stream. What occurred? What occurred? I post my worst stuff online. Naked Warhammer minis. Legasp. Fucking Grey Tide. Anonymity is a very powerful tool. That's true. You got old? Maybe I did. Maybe I did get old. I hear people when I'm like 20 years old and I'm making League of Legends videos and people are like, Bricky never changed. And I'm like, fuck that, bro. I hope I do. I can't drink yet. I'm 20. God, I fucking hope I change. Hope I change every year. I hope I make a difference in myself every goddamn year. It's why you see me like go through so many arcs in my channel, because I change all the time. You know, like we started off with like random meme storytime videos, and then it became the League of Legends arc, and then there was the For Honor and the Dead by Daylight and a little bit of the Overwatch there, and then there was the attempted vlogging, which did not work at all, and it was terrible. And then we did fucking Warhammer, and it was like, holy shit, Warhammer's working. Well, no, it was a video essays kind of sort of first, and then it was Warhammer, like, oh my god, and now we're in the VTuber arc, which is still kind of the Warhammer arc, and like, changing is good. Changing is good. You know? It's helpful. I mean, I'm still a bit of a shithead. I'm still a bit of a shitter, but at least I'm like, I enjoy my stuff. I like the VTuber arc. I love the VTuber arc, man. I love the VTuber arc. I think it's given me a lot more friends, and I'm in a better spot to accept those friends. Because I had friends in like the Carp Crew League of Legends era and stuff, but as time went on, everyone kind of went their separate ways, and you know, there's never was any like falling out. We just kind of did our own thing, no different than all of the high school friends that you had that you promised you'd stay friends with, and well, guess what happened? And then, you know, like we got some more friends and stuff from like the Warhammer world. Like, you know, I play Warhammer still with like Demeki and Garrett and stuff, and I go to the tournaments and have a great time with that. But I think it's nice because it's a good way to monetize like collab work in a way that doesn't feel gross, if that makes sense. I don't want to monetize friendships, and I don't want to monetize everything I do, but it's nice to have friends in the industry to work with, if that makes sense. You know, it's great to have friends that understand the importance of the industry, to relate to hang ideas off of. One of the best things about Matara is she knows the importance of content. You know, there's different kinds of streaming out there. You know, you might be like a Vinny or a Strippin who just fucking raw dogs that shit. You just hit play, you hit start streaming, and you just go. You live a life, right? But then sometimes, you know, you really want to, you get like a fun thing with people. Like the right groups, the right folks, and they also know like, hey, we're playing a game, and like we're looking to make content here. Like, this is about the clips and the excitement and the general gusto of being part of this kind of group, and that is something that knowing who to work with is like important, and she's got a really fucking good eye for that. But I'll never tell her, and don't tell her for me, or I will ban her in my chat again, as she deserves. But it's right to have that mixture, you know. And what's even more fun, I think, is the variety. There's such a variety of VTubers, man. They go from every variance out there, every world. You know, like, you've got the more excitable and random folks like your Mataras out there, but then you've also got like your Melodies and your Cottons, who are much more NSFW, but they have conversations about various types of things. And then you've got your like gamers like Zentreya and stuff, who are really good at that parts of things. And then it's just such a world, you know, such a world. There's a lot of great folks, you know. It's really enjoyable. I love how the VTuber rise made so many people comfortable with expressing themselves on the internet. Yeah, not just people, but I would also say, I mean, not to make it about gender or nothing, but like, women, it's really cool to be a lady on the internet and not show your face and not have to, and have that security, and not have to spend an hour to do makeup before your stream, and not have to worry about seeing your face and getting doxxed, and being able to just like be there. Let me say something about women. Let me tell you something about women. Something about women. I like the personalities of VTubers. On their hand, it's kind of a dystopia, is it not? I get what you're saying. The comment can be misconstrued as rude, but I think I know what you're trying to state. I understand the dystopian idea of it, but I think that's the difference between more idol culture-y versions of it and just playing a character. You know? I think for a lot of it, it's just you're playing a character. You create your own lore. You're playing dress up, in a way. That's been around forever. You're just playing dress up, and it happens to be that the media of said dress up is anime related. That's the medium. But there are VTubers out there that aren't anime related. You got PNG tubers and all kinds of options. Look at Cabal. I mean, look at Cabal. The dude's a fucking occult, like cultist. The dude's a cultist, like fucking god or whatever the hell he is. I don't know what the hell he is. Like Squid Man, you know? Like, there are options out there. It's just how you present it, you know? Plus, you know, you could also do plenty of IRL stuff. It's whether, like, you know, you have a character and everything. But as someone in chat just said, like, Kaysan does plenty of IRL stuff, you know? Onigiri, same deal. Yeah, I would say idol culture, while it has merits, feels more closer to that quote-unquote dystopian thing you mentioned, as opposed to VTubing in general. I think VTubing is the method that an idol culture has latched onto, very similar to K-pop. You know? There's nothing inherently dystopian about K-pop. It's just a fucking genre of music. But there are some problems in the K-pop industry that are downright dystopian. Please don't hurt me, Twitter. I know how much you love K-pop. Please don't hurt me, but like, there are some bad practices. So, you know. Hey G, will you make me a sandwich? No. So, anywho. When's the COD Zombies collab with all the flesh tubers you acquired? Ooh, that's right. Well, I want to do COD Zombies collab with Kraken, Lime, and Mata. So, we'll do that first. After that, we'll discover who else I can grab for that kind of thing. Ooh. One moment. Anywho, yeah, long. Twitter doesn't exist anymore where I live. Brazil, huh? What the fuck was up with that? It was like 7 like neo-Nazi accounts that like fucking the dumbass like just wouldn't ban, and that's it. And like and then they like cut the whole thing off. That's so weird, man. That's so weird. That's such a weird. Imagine choosing that over like the country. That's so weird, man. And they banned them all? No, I don't think he banned them. I think they were Brazilian accounts, and so when Brazil like removed it, they got removed because they were there. I don't know, dude. I don't know, dude. It's fucking. It's I've almost I give up. Remember 10 years ago when we thought this dude would be like Tony Stark? What a time. What colors have been showed? What a time. Chat, I'm gonna give me 15 seconds. I'm gonna grab my sandwich. Sandwich. Billionaire worship in America is a plague. Agreed. But it seemed like things were at least going in a good direction at first, you know? It was like, hey man, if he's gonna be a fucking uber wealthy guy, at least he's doing like electric cars and shit and like space, and that's cool. And here we are. Oh, how naive we were. Let's go. This is a turkey sandwich on focaccia with onion jam, avocado, and bacon. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, man. What? Yeah, man. I even bought his stupid flamethrower. That was kind of fun. You know? I even bought that stupid ass flamethrower. It was enjoyable. Yeah, I don't know, man. It was kind of funny. It was funny. It was like a big flamethrower. It was just kind of goofy. You know? And then yeah, it kind of hurts now. In retrospect, yeah. It was that honestly might have been the best part. Honestly. Did it work? Yeah. Like it wasn't like a real flamethrower. There wasn't a tank full of napalm, but it was like a big blowtorch basically, you know? But you can't sell a real fucking flamethrower to people, you know? Yeah, you can't do that. I mean, you kind of can. No, you can't. You can't sell a napalm flamethrower. I mean, it falls under brush clearing equipment. Whatever. Listen, all I'm trying to say is that maybe there were plenty of signs that that dude was a fucking creep and a weirdo, but I didn't notice them because at the time everyone was infatuated with like, finally, there's a billionaire dude who might actually be doing like good. Besides Bill Gates, who seems to give a lot of his money to like malaria research and stuff. I don't know. I don't look into it. But then we all then aware, you know, aware, so much aware. You know what I'm the most aware of right now, though? This fucking sandwich is delicious. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I should make my own. How is this pronounced? Focaccia? Is it pronounced focaccia? It's really. I should make my own of this. This is the one where you take your finger and you go like on the top of it, right? I should make my own bread. That'd be kind of fun. Oh God, he's doing the sourdough starter. He actually does have COVID and lied to Nick. Oh God. You guys think they baked bread in the Roman Empire? Sorry, I hadn't hit my quota yet. Objectively, yes. All right, fair. Yeah. 100%. All right. Whew. Yeah, I know they definitely baked bread in the Roman Empire. I just happened to have bread and for a sandwich and was, men talk about the Roman Empire. You know how it goes. Hey, you know what? If I'm ever in Japan and Onigiri wants to make fucking bread, I'll make some fucking bread. All right. That'll be fantastic. Sweet. All right. Chat. This has been a good chat so far. I won't lie. No Balatro today. No Balatro today. I think we'll chill without the Balatro for a while. I've already played a lot of Balatro. How many hours do I have in? I have 116 hours in Balatro. The most hours I have of any game so far this year. What a huge number. Much like last week, this stream is probably only going to go to about 4 hours, give or take. Mainly because I just returned from Seattle and I have a lot of shit I need to catch up on. And also there is a particular game coming out this week that I need to spend a lot of time on. But I'm at least happy that I've still maintained my every Tuesday streams minimum. So far we've kept that going, which I'm really happy about. But we are going to have a lot of streams this week. A lot of streams this week. So I hope you're excited about that. I also need to finish up Horus Rising. But today is still, what is it? Oh, you should play Concord? Yeah, Concord. Give me a moment. Let me read some stuff here. Chat, a lot of you subbed and did some gifted subs and some things and resubs over that long conversation. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much for that support. That's very kind of you. I want to say thank you as well, really, for your bits as well. And then also Lorax became a member. Perma Watts became a tier 1 sub. Letting a kid roam online on monitors like leaving a kid in Penn Station alone. Fair point. Figured I'd pop in while getting ready for work. Have a good stream. See you next time. Thanks, the Lorax, who speaks for the trees. Yeah, so... Where do I put this? Concord is a weird situation. It's a really hard one to talk about because I never want to be happy about a dead game. Because that's just shit. It's just kind of shit. It's just an asshole thing to do. You know? Like, it just sucks. People worked on this for a long time and it's like just a dog, like dogging on it. Like, that blows. That blows. But that being said, it's like a sign of a lot of really annoying trends that I'm already so damn tired of. And this feels like it's the nail in the coffin. And I'm glad that the nail has finally arrived. Something had to be the crucified thing. Something had to be the sacrifice for people to fucking get it, you know? Because high up investors and folks just don't get it. They see shooters with heroes. They see hero shooters, don't get me wrong, but like not just hero shooters, also like even like battle royales like Apex and stuff, like character-based shooter games, and they see them making a bajillion, gabillion, zillion, gorillion dollars. And they chase the trends constantly. And there's a certain part of me that sees a $200 million project like this taking forever, is out of touch, is out of everything. I'm assuming, I mean, I'm happy the developers got a paycheck. That's great. But so on and so forth, just have an insurmountable flop might be a net positive for the gaming industry. I'm not going to enjoy talking bad on it because this was people's livelihood for years, but hopefully we'll course correct because of that, and I'm happy about that, if that makes sense. It's kind of a similar reason why I was not happy, but a little bit what's the word I'm looking for? I want Starfield to be a wake-up call for Bethesda as well, you know? Because, God, I hate Starfield so much. I got like 5 hours into that game and I thought it was the worst. It's like the worst Bethesda product I've played. I just despise that game. I really don't like it. And it's everything I dislike. So, along with those reasons, I'm hoping that it's the nail. I'm hoping it's the nail that fully, truly crushes that issue and like reinvents it, you know? And I'm hoping the same thing with the Concord thing. I do wonder if Concord was free to play, what the player numbers would be like and stuff. They'd be higher, obviously, but it was a $40 looter shooter, which is a terrible idea. Look at Lawbreakers. And Lawbreakers was actually good. But it's crazy to think, but we may have seen not looter shooter, hero shooter. Hero shooter. My apologies, not looter shooter. I misspoke. I meant hero shooter. It's crazy to think about it, but it might be is it the biggest flop in video games? Like, I'm trying to think of something worse. No, so here's the thing, chat. It's not the lowest players either. This is dollars to player count. You gotta remember dollars. Dollars, chat. Nope, not ET. Not ET, chat. Dollars to player count. More people have probably played the ET game than Concord. Over just nostalgia over the years. I want you to think, because it's $200 million. And so you say Anthem, chat. Anthem top player count. What was that? What is the crap? Because this is the thing. I think it was much higher. It was a much higher player count than anything even close to Concord, chat. Anthem like actually sold. You know? Like it actually made some money. Not a lot of money. What is this? MMOstats.com. Estimated total players. We estimate that Anthem had approximately 7.4 million players in total. Okay, that seems a little high. That seems a little high. But that could be it. People bought Anthem though, chat. That's the thing. People bought Anthem. They played that game. They didn't play it for much. They didn't play it for long. But they did play it. I played it. I don't know, man. It might be number one. When you compare cost of game to revenue and player count and time alive. Cause how long has Concord servers been up? 16 days? 14 or 16 days, give or take? 11 days? 11, not a week and a half. A week and a half. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. At least ET can be played, you know? It might be number one. I don't know. I mean, we do need to adjust for inflation a little bit, but we're like, development time. It might be number one, man. It's crazy to think about. But I mean, that's why, what was it? Who did Hyenas? Was it Sega or was it Square? Hyenas game. Sega. It was Sega. That game was all planned and everything like that, and it was ready to go, and then they pulled it. And I'm assuming it's because they smelt the wind, right? And they realized, hey, it's better to take $100 million tax break as a loss than to release this game on the market. I don't know, Saints Row 2022 almost killed Embracer Group, Deep Silver, Gearbox, and Volition. No, it didn't. Embracer Group killed Embracer Group. Embracer Group killed themselves by going out and buying a shitload of studios without the money given to them by the, whatever the donors were, the Saudi Arabian donors and stuff. They shot themselves in the foot. It just happened that, that Saints Row was in the room with them. That was different. Skull and Bones was a quadruple A game. Skull and Bones has more players and is still currently active though. Yeah, yes. Saints Row was on the Embracer Island, but they are not. I don't think they are Mr. Embracer. You know. I don't know. See, Skull and Bones is currently alive. I think it might be number one. I think it might be the biggest flop in video game history, or at least top 3. I know it's crazy to say that out loud because normally we're like, no way, man. You never know when it's happening. You never realize it's history when it's happening. But I think it might be. Like, it is definitely up there. So, I don't know. I'm curious. I mean, God, I hope all the devs find work. I mean, you know how it is right now in the industry, so hopefully they find some work, but whoosh, woof. Yeah, that's something else. Crazy. Again, like I said earlier, I do not like any cheering for the death of a game. I find it to be just kind of gross in its own way. But I am hoping it serves as the final cautionary tale of stop it with the hero shooters, stop it with the microtransaction filled fucking live service nonsense. Like, stop it, you know? Knock it off. So yeah, it's not gross if it's the game I don't like. Yeah, there's also that sentiment. What about Rivals doing well? Well, I mean, nobody's perfect. What about the day before? The day before is a scam, so therefore you can't really call it a flop, I don't think, because it's like, it never was in the running to begin with. It was not a game, you know? You can't necessarily call it a flop if it wasn't part of the same sport. Allegedly? I mean, are we allowed to call that one a scam? Aren't we like, isn't that one acceptable? Allegedly. Yeah, it also outsold and had more players than Concord did, so I mean. Robert Bricky won this year, you already forgot. Redfall? Redfall had more characters and lasted longer. "11 days, brother. 11 days. 11. So few, man. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Marvel Rivals is gonna win a lot of money and time, but also Marvel Rivals has a brand. It's also brand recognition. It's Marvel Rivals, and it does look good, in fairness. You know? Let's also not pretend like Concord was a video game that was like a sad darling that just didn't get the publicity it needed to. The game also did not look very interesting. It looked mediocre. It didn't look terrible, but it looked mediocre. Marvel Rivals looks good, I'm told is good, and it has the Marvel IP. You know? Yeah, I mean, those are hero shooters, though. Well, kind of. Like, they're kind of like... no, I guess Marvel Rivals is a hero shooter. Technically, you're shooting, right? It's a little bit more hybrid-y. There's, like, a lot of melee stuff, right? But I guess you still have, like, a gun thing. Melee team ability game? I don't know. But, meanwhile, yeah, Deadlock's out right now, but Deadlock is killing it right now. Absolutely killing it. And it's, like, pre-alpha. It's a pre-alpha, invite-only, beta, whatever the hell, and it's killing it. It's a MOBA though. It has its FPS stuff. Yeah. Was mediocre always so catastrophic? I'd say that mediocre is considered a bit more catastrophic because it's less enjoyable to discuss. It's like the only thing worse than being bad is bland, you know? Gollum was a game that was in everyone's minds because Gollum was so funny to look at because it's so bad. Whereas, I would bet the viewers in chat right now probably have seen more gameplay of Gollum than they've seen gameplay of Concord. We've seen, like, the cover art, but I think very few of you have actually seen the game because you're that uninterested in it. You know, at least Gollum was funny to laugh at, you know? It was like a joke we could all get around the campfire and be like, ha, Gollum fell very far and died. Whereas this one, like, I think I've seen, I watched Dado play like an hour of it because he had a sponsory doodad or whatever. And honestly, from the rumors I've heard, the sponsors from Sony were very well paying, so no one give him any shit for it because I would have done the same if I was given the option. I won't lie. But like barely anything, honestly, like barely anything. Yo, what's up, Strippin'? How you doing, brother? Good seeing you here. Hopefully things are going well. We're talking about fuck chat. What aren't we talking about? We're talking about everything right now. Currently talking about concordance issues, importance between games, deadlock. I want to play more deadlock. I played barely any deadlock. I want to play more deadlock. It looks really enjoyable, but I don't want to play too much deadlock because I don't want to like get burnt out of it and then not get any cool rewards when the game actually comes out. So, I don't know. I'm curious what the deal is with deadlock. I wonder if perchance it's going to like they're just going to shut down the servers so that so they can work on the game, and then it's just going to come out in like a year, and everyone's going to forget about it, and then it's actually going to come out. I'm gonna be honest, deadlock feels like all the worst parts of Overwatch to me, all the worst parts of League. You know what? You're very valid to have that opinion, but I would argue it's in the minority right now because I don't know a single person who doesn't like it. They all agree it has issues like MOBAs do, because MOBAs have issues, but fuck, man. Everyone I've talked to loves the damn game. Also, I think its aesthetic carries it really hard. Occultish noir is a killer aesthetic. Absolutely killer. It's, oh, I love it. I love it. Such an awesome look, you know? There was this hero shooter from Amazon called Crucible, and it flopped so badly that it unreleased and went back into beta before dying. Well, that could be one then. That could be up there in the top. But if it didn't release, then does it count then? Because it never came out? I don't know. It's just some great character designs there, you know? The only thing I know about Deadlock is that the monster fuckers are having a field day. I mean, that's cool, but like, what about the most beautiful character in all of it? The professor. The big bulbousy professor man with the robot and a little bow tie. What a guy. He's so fun. You know? He's so fun. Whatever happened to the finals? It's still around. Yeah, like a new season and stuff. You know? It's around. Did I play it? Deadlock or the finals? If you're talking about the finals, I did. It's good. It's quite good. The gameplay is very solid. It's got a lot of really good gunplay. It's smooth. It feels solid. My biggest issues with the game were twofold. Number one, really didn't like their use of AI voice. That's still an issue I have, though I feel like my ability to fight against that's getting lesser and lesser by the day. I think Mecha Break also has that, which I'm not happy with and that's really annoying. So I'm a little, like, I feel like any kind of fight against that is rough. No, not AI in Deadlock, AI in the finals. And the second issue is that the gameplay of the finals is so competitive. It's so hyper competitive that I find myself burning out way too quickly. And I get really tired of it. Yeah. Their AI voice is signed off by the actors though. Yeah. That's why I don't like despise it. Just don't love it. You know? It's not enough for me to say no, but it's not a good part for me. I don't like it, but it's not enough for me to like disparage it, if that makes any sense. I don't know. My morals are a sliding scale. You know? I buy stuff from Amazon because they ship quickly and have low shipping costs and Prime and stuff, but I know that Amazon's like an evil company. Like, you know, it's a sliding scale. Regardless, though, yeah, you got to lock in hard to play the finals. It's really competitive, and without like a team, it's almost not even worth it. And I don't think I really want to do that for my time off. Right now, the games I'm playing in my time off are unannounced game that might be coming out soon involving embargo I can't talk about, and like Baldur's Gate. And that's just comfy. And Balatro. So, yeah. It's just a bit of a sweaty game. Balatro's incredible, though. Game of the year. Still game of the year. Well, I haven't played Black Myth Wukong yet, so there's also that. But so far, it's game of the year. I don't know what else is coming out this year that might take it over. Games to be released this holiday season. Dragon Age? Oh, that's an option. I can make it. Let's see what we got here. Bop. Not many. Not many. Oh, there's a Silent Hill 2 remake. We'll see about that one. Assassin's Creed Shadow, nah. Path of Exile 2 early access doesn't count. It's not out, not 1.0 yet. Marvel Rivals, I guess, but not sure about that one. That's about it. I can't give my opinions on embargo video game, so hence it's the embargo. But you should see some opinions regarding it tomorrow. I think tomorrow. It should be tomorrow. Frostpunk 2? Oh yeah, Frostpunk 2. It's pretty good. That beta was pretty good. We'll see. I forgot about Babylon's Fall. 1,200 players at a moment and only had 10 within a month. Yeah, but you see Broken Reaper, it still was out for a month. 11 days. Even with all the fuck ups, Helldivers is still my pick. Helldivers, I would put Helldivers in my top 10 of the year, definitely. With all the issues, I still think that I have to look at Helldivers from the best perspective. Like Overwatch won Game of the Year, if I'm not mistaken, when it came out, and I can't necessarily say I disagree with it. Release Overwatch was pretty nasty. That was a damn good game. It's a damn good game. The problem, I actually had an idea, chat. I was thinking, rating the top 10 or top 20 games, Game of the Years winners in like 2010 to 2020, all 10 of them, and ranking each of them, that kind of thing. I thought it'd be kind of a fun idea. Unfortunately, the Game Awards only has been around since 2014. Now there were other Game Awards, don't get me wrong, but they all have different kinds of stuff, and so what's actually considered Game of the Year is a bit dependent. But it's been pretty good for those of you who are curious. Baldur's Gate 3, 2023. Then it was Elden Ring, It Takes Two, The Last of Us Part 2. That one still surprises me because that was the same year as Ghost of Tsushima and Hades and Doom Eternal. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice was 2019. God of War was 2018. Great choice there. Breath of the Wild, 2017. 2016 was Overwatch, which even... Okay, so it was Overwatch, but I'll make a point here. The other four choices were Inside, Uncharted 4, Titanfall 2, and Doom. Now, I don't think Overwatch didn't deserve Game of the Year. I think for what it was at the time, it really is. But Uncharted 4, Titanfall 2, and Doom. Inside's also great. I do like Inside, but Titanfall 2, Uncharted 4, and Doom. I mean, that's a list. 2015 was The Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt, which is fair. And Dragon Age Inquisition was 2014. 2014's list wasn't the craziest. It was Dark Souls 2, Bayonetta 2, Hearthstone, and Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor, and then Dragon Age Inquisition, so a little thing. 2015, same. It was Fallout 4, a little shocking there. Super Mario Maker, The Phantom Pain, Metal Gear Solid, and Bloodborne. But I would probably give it to Witcher 3 over Bloodborne, despite how stacked that is. Any other tough ones? Not really. Everything else seems about right. Yeah, I'd say everything else seems about right. The only other one is Sekiro Shadows Die Twice one, which the other options were The Outer Worlds, meh, Smash Bros. Ultimate, unironically a fair choice, Resident Evil 2, a very fair choice, Death Stranding, and Control. I think Sekiro is the best of those. I do think that was the right call, but that was also a pretty good year. God of War was God of War was a weird one. As far as so here, okay, right, 2018, right? So God of War won 2018. Here are the other nominees. I'm gonna go in this interesting order. So we have Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Nah. Celeste. Haven't played Celeste. Here it's very good. Don't know if it's God of War good, but Celeste. Marvel's Spider-Man, which is pretty good. I wouldn't call it better than God of War either, but you know, Spider-Man. Monster Hunter World. Not my cup of tea, as you all know, but I know many of you are a huge fan of Monster Hunter World. As far as I'm concerned, all of those games don't beat God of War until the last one, which is Red Dead Redemption 2. That really was the fight. Was between God of War and Red Dead Redemption 2. As far as I'm concerned, those are the two stacks. World clears Nodders. I'm sure it does, Sam, but I'm telling you, man, it's not. Nah, I'm not gonna get into the Monster Hunter thing right now. I haven't played Red Dead Redemption 2, chat. I haven't. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I know I need to play it. It's on my list. It's after Baldur's probably. Though, here's my question, chat. How much is Red Dead held down by its, like, gameplay monotony? Because that could be why God of War won. Because of it has a smoother gameplay to narrative feel. That's my question. I wonder if that's why. You know? I can't tell you because I haven't played it yet. But it depends on the person, etc. But I'm curious. I'm curious. So, who knows? That was one of them, though. As far as I'm concerned here, though, 2016 is the biggest year. 2016 is the biggest year. Inside Uncharted 4, Titanfall 2, Doom, and Overwatch. That's fucking stacked. That is absolutely stacked. The only other game that I think, or year that I think was equally stacked is last year. Alan Wake 2, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Mario Bros. Wonder, Baldur's Gate 3. Now, Baldur's Gate 3 it seemed, oh, and also this wasn't nominated for Game of the Year, but like Armored Core 6, the greatest game of all time, of course. Like, I'm not surprised Baldur's Gate 3 won. It clearly was going to be the one that won, but that's also... Oh my god, Liza P. Liza P last year also. Yeah! Oh, man. 2007. Oh, dude. 2000. Okay, you want to know what the three best years? If I had to guess, the three best years out there is 2007, 2009, and 2011. 2007 is Super Mario Galaxy, Uncharted 1, COD 4, Portal, BioShock, Crysis, Halo 3, Team Fortress 2, Rock Band, Mass Effect 1, Command & Conquer 3, The Witcher. Scroll real quick here. Ace Combat 6, the B-Movie The Game. No, I'm kidding. Orange Box in general. Yeah, that's about right. Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, God of War 2. Yeah, stacked, right? But then you go to 2009. Assassin's Creed 2, Left 4 Dead 2, Uncharted 2, Resident Evil 5, Batman Arkham Asylum, Borderlands, Modern Warfare 2, Dragon Age Origins, Demon's Souls, Brutal Legend, Prototype, Infamous, Halo 3 ODST, Killzone 2, Halo Wars, League of Legends. Don't worry about that one. Grand Theft Auto 4, Angry Birds, this actually does matter. Plants vs. Zombies 1, DJ Hero, Bayonetta, The Sims 3, Wolfenstein. Oh, that Wolfenstein was actually, that was all right. Was my favorite. Also a genuinely incredible year. And last but not least, let me give you 2011. 2011, ready? Batman Arkham City, Portal 2, Deus Ex Human Revolution, Saints Row the Third, Uncharted 3, is alright, Skyrim, Legends of Zelda Skyward Sword, I think, LA Noire, Dead Space 2, Infamous 2, Dark Souls, Gears of War 3, Battlefield 3, Crisis 2, Bulletstorm, Dragon Age 2, that's alright, Resistance 3, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom, Marvel 3 was alright, Little Big Planet 2, Terraria, Dead Island, what else? Warhammer Space Marine, which is okay. The Witcher 2, Star Wars The Old Republic, Alice Madness Returns. You remember the Alice in Wonderland video game? Duke Nukem Forever. And a few more I can't quite read right now. This is just what Google gives me. Yeah, no, stacked years. Stacked years. Can I please look at 2004? I think I already know multiple 2004. Halo 2, Half-Life 2, The Sims 2, Doom 3, Far Cry, Metal Gear Solid 3, Fable, Rome Total War, Chronicles of Riddick, Ratchet & Clank, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. Metroid Prime 2 was in 2004? What the fuck? World of Warcraft. Okay. Burnout 3. Spider-Man 2 on the PlayStation 2. Tony Hawk's Underground. Ninja Gaiden. Unreal Tournament 2004. Jak 3. Thief Deadly Shadows. Okay. Fair point. Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door. These were 2004. I could have sworn they were older. Damn. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. That too. Katamari. Dawn of War 1. Yeah, alright. There's some options there. Would you play RDR2 on stream and keep it offline like Baldur's Gate 3? Or keep it online? You don't make I probably would play Red Dead Redemption 2 on my own time. I think so here's the thing I'm doing with Baldur's Gate. I am recording my Baldur's Gate gameplay. I'm recording all of the footage. Cuz eventually I probably will make a video where I'm like I finally played Baldur's Gate 3, you know? And so I can have the footage there and show you a bit more about what I did. But for Red Dead Redemption 2, I don't know. I feel like the game is so narratively impactful that I'd want to like do it on my own. But I don't know. It doesn't have the choice making that Baldur's Gate does. And because of that, I won't get as like backseated by chat, but there is still some. So I don't know. We'll see. It's an option. I'd say RDR2 is not a streamer kind of game. I think I'd probably agree. 1997 cannot be slept on. See, I believe you, but I'm too scared to look at that now. Do a video each time you finish an act in BG3. Well, I did. I mean, I released the Baldur's Gate 3 summary video that you guys probably all saw, or maybe you didn't see, on the second channel, which, you know, for YouTube just a couple days ago. It's like an hour long. It's just me talking about my playthrough. I just finished the Druid Grove area, so technically I guess I am past Act 1, so Yay. And I was sandwiched right before the Cottontail stream, which was something else. Yakuza is a good play your own pace game. Problem is that it's a bit long. Yeah. Oh, there's more? Oh, all right. I won't look then. What was it? Yeah, I know. I've been asked many a times to play Yakuza 0. I hear it is absolutely phenomenal. I actually own it technically. But it's very long, and I do not love long games. Very long games, that is. It's also got a lot of games. So we'll see. We'll see. Not sure if you have played it, Bricky, but on topic of new releases, Satisfactory 1.0 is coming out on the 10th. Oh boy, that's a great time. Unfortunately, it's one day after a certain Space Marine video game. So I believe my week will be packed up. Hey, Lane right now. Thanks for the resub there. You feel about making Ninja Gaiden series? Probably not. I was never a Ninja Gaiden guy. Ninja Gaiden. Gaiden? Yeah, whatever. You know, you get the point. Hey, Razblast, thanks for the 1,000 bits. Yeah, I appreciate that. No message, but thanks. Bricky, what's your opinion on Andrew Wincott's performance in BG3? Yeah, so he's fucking baller as shit. He just arrives. I went into the Underdark, and he just arrived, and he was like, what's up, dude? Let me tell you about how I'm a devil, and I'll, like, help you live. And his performance is incredible. It's so good. I like it because he sounds so similar to the Night Lords in the books that he does, which is like a very deep drawl. But he's great. It's great. I have heard he is a very important, well, not like important, but like he's an important character. I got that to that part where like my Illithid thing showed me the silhouettes of like the Absolutes Chosen, and I know it's him. It's J.K. Simmons' character. If you don't know his name, and then like a lady. I don't know who the lady is though. Wait, it's the same guy? Yeah, Warhammer fans in chat, if you play Baldur's Gate, Raphael, the devil guy, is the same voice as the Night Lords trilogy narrator on Audible. Yo, Bricky, check out Sanabi. Very sad game, 7 hours long, indie, overwhelmingly positive. I love those words. Sanabi? 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 S-A-N-A-B-I. Here we are. That is overwhelmingly positive. Exhilarating, stylish, dystopian action platformer. Oh, I love those words. Hey, Zarkus, thanks for the Prime sub. I appreciate it very much. Thank you, thank you. Ooh, got some good reviews on this one. Let's add to the wish list and see what's up. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm a little tired, Chad. I only got so much sleep after coming back from Seattle. I might be kicking a slight con sickness, so I'm trying to work through that maybe a little bit here and there. Also, I've been busy getting all my other shit settled today. Have I considered playing Until Dawn? I've played Until Dawn. Not on stream, but I have played Until Dawn. It's okay. It's a little goober. It's a little bit of a goobers game. It's a stupid horror game. It's stupid. But it's fun. All right, cheer this. Oh, yes, I've heard about Tactical Breach Wizards. Tactical Breach Wizards. Like, oh, come on, Steam. There we go. That's an overwhelmingly positive. Tactical Breach Wizards. Oh, all these reviews are really high. Game of the Year contender. Yeah, all right. Wish list it goes. I probably need to do like a stream where I just start going through random Game of the Year contender things to see what might be the best options. If anything, I feel like we should do a video, or not a video, but we should, once we get the nominees for all of the Game of the Year games, we should like go through all of them really quickly and be like, okay, let's get some opinions on this kind of stuff, you know? Be fun. That should be pretty fun. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. Brie, why is your immune system so shit? If I had to garner a guess, I'd argue that it's because I spend most of my life sedentary in an office job alone in my house. At least with some of your office jobs, you're able to see other individuals. The problem is, for me, I spend my life mostly not necessarily by myself, but mostly around the same people and alone, and then I have short stints of strong crowds. That's about it. I mean, you know, I'm mostly in here doing my own thing, and then eventually after some time I will leave, and when I do leave, I go to a con in which I am then in the you know, meet or walk past 20,000 people in the span of like 3 hours. So, yeah. You know, some of you who go into an office, you at least have like other people you're exposed to. My office is here and does not have other people to expose me to. So, strong populous breeds strong microorganisms. I mean, I've been trying to breed strongly with the populace, but I keep getting put on a list. Oh yeah, I've heard about Thank Goodness You're Here. Wait, I think I have this on my wish list. No, I don't. I'll add this to my wish list. Was it this year? Oh, it was this year. To the wish list. Come on, chat. That was kind of a good meme. Fucking give me a +2 on that one, you assholes. You all smell bad. You're not British enough to understand it? Fair. Asking for a +2 is a really good way to get -2s. Yeah. That's how it goes. I have not heard of 9 Souls, no, for Metroidvania. Thank you for your sacrifice, Bricky. I'm trying my best. Oof. Ooh, alright, chat. Alright, I'm too tired. I need to eat food. I need to do a lot of stuff. I have so many emails I need to answer and shit I did not have done from before and after PAX. I got shit I gotta do. You will see me tomorrow. I will stream tomorrow as well. You will see me tomorrow. But first, let's raid somebody before we leave. Sleepy Bricky. Raid. Who is streaming currently? We have a lot of options here. Let's stream. Let's raid Zen. Perfect. We're raiding Zentreya. Perfect. Thank you very much, chat, for welcoming me back. You will see me tomorrow. You will see me streaming. I will be around. We will be playing video games. Things should be fantastic. Raid message is it's in all caps. Cease stinky Zen. Very stinky, etc. You know how it goes. All right. For the YouTube side of the world, here is your link. Chat, I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.